That's going to be a good sample noise for just pure silence, so I can make it sound good later. Thank you for that.
No problem.
Anyway, so we are back after a unfortunate week break because Carrie just fucking died, apparently.
Sorry.
What'd you eat?
Carrie?
Why'd you have food poisoning? What happened?
I had bar food.
Bar food?
That would do it.
Yeah. And I ate it while it was already cold.
Ooh.
That was your mistake.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I feel sorry for but no, we've actually had quite a long break because Josh was also gone for a weekend, and so was Tyler. You were in locations.
No, Lauren, you can't blame me. I was here on the Friday.
Yeah, no, it was Kelly who for the first week, and then it was both Josh and Tyler for the second week.
No, I did from my own campaign. That's different.
Okay. All right. So, notes goes.
I saw Josh last, but that's the only person I made eye contact with.
I think I saw Tyler last, too.
Okay.
I was prepped. I was in position. I was ready.
Yeah, you were ready.
You're always ready.
I'm sleep
It's all
deprived,
about
so it
minimizing
shouldn't
the
count that my
travel time.
processing speed is slow.
I am also sleep deprived.
When have I never not sleep deprived?
Okay, now I gotta
Okay.
edit that. Okay, recap. Episode 48. A failure.
Damn.
That's a cool band.
Tiril scouts along Thyra through the western woods, but Thyra is suddenly attacked by a white dire wolf.
That's what that was? Yep.
That's all I don't know why you brought that up, Lauren. That's not relevant.
Alright.
Elric, Stonk, Slanei, Tiril, and Rickard split up explosive stakes enchanted by Ingeborg, the fourth. I was about to say, why didn't you specify number? Then I realized you fucked up and you made it even more complicated.
It's Tavi, not Tiril.
Oh, yeah, okay. Go ahead.
It's Tavi, not
It's
Tiril.
Tavi, not Tiril.
Who did what? Sorry.
Not Tiril. Tiril was.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That was correct. I'll just swap that.
While placing the traps, they met a group of Outlanders who claimed to be hunters. They offer to help set up more traps against the oncoming army with the party. Tiril tells the party what happened to Thyra over a drink of mead. Slanei tells Tiril about the crazy people they met in the woods while setting traps. Stonk shows Elric his red eye and is initially vague about its origin. Slanei says that Stonk cut himself and used his blood to reach into a book to pull out the drawing of an eye. The eye then replaced Stonk's. Elric is convinced that they were somehow influenced by drugs.
This is why I kept it vague.
Tavi and Tiril tell Odell about the hunters they met. In the war room, an argument ensues between the sorcerers and Gunnar, leading to Elric's sister screaming at everyone in the room. Gunnar storms out, feeling overwhelmed about the semantics of the situation. Ihar tells the party that they all know Gunnar is weak, and exits the room. The party discusses amongst themselves and agrees to talk to Gunnar about dividing up his duties. That's definitely how that went down. When they find confronting Gunnar, he expresses...
Can you just redo the last couple sentences, please? Thank you.
The party discusses among themselves and agrees to talk to Gunnar about dividing up his duties to a more experienced member.
Thank you.
When confronting Gunnar, he experiences offense and steps down. The party offers the temporary position to Odell. Tavi and Tiril talk to Odell about the conversation with Gunnar. Odell requests to speak with Tavi privately after. Odell opens up to Tavi about how he met him, saying that his mother had gone door to door trying to find a wealthy man to claim his child. He says that he never wanted to pressure Tavi to be someone he wasn't. Elric tries to go home for the night and notices that Thyra's home is locked. Slanei and Tiril tag along to check on her and agree to leave her alone till the morning, which we all agree was a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
At night, everyone hears a gust of supernatural wind. Mocha is here.
Woo!
Hi, Mocha.
Alright. So, I don't remember if you all were awake to hear the gust of wind. I think most of you were. I will let you...
Did it happen when we were outside Thyra's house? Or
I don't think so. I think it's when you guys got got home.
Pretty sure I was asleep.
Yeah, so you guys can decide individually whether or not you heard this. Honk shoe.
I think we were all honk shoeing Lauren.
So the wind outside howls, and many of you recognize the furious winds that accompany no one other than the Jotun of Wind himself. It is very early in the morning, but early enough to wake most of you from the experience. Okay, so Slanei doesn't wake up. We know that.
Rickard doesn't wake up.
Rickard's too old to wake up.
Yeah.
Slanei has a sleep disorder. Rickard is just old.
Stonk would wake up, though.
Stonk would wake up. Yeah.
Oh, my nemesis.
He's here.
The wind.
I can sense him.
I'm imagining Stonk, if he somehow survives this apocalypse, just being the old man screaming at the wind.
Yeah.
Rickard, are you using a sheep blanket again, or did you learn your lesson from last time?
I'd say that Sleep Rickard and the sheep have gone through an entire emotional journey
Yeah.
of this entire time. No one is privy to it except for the Sleep Rickard and the sleeping sheep. We are now mutually assured comfort.
That's fair, that's fair. Who's the big spoon, who's the little spoon?
Tonight, Rickard is Big Spoon, but that is not always the case.
Alright.
Switch position.
Alright. So you all wake up, or at least most of you wake up from the sound of the wind. How do you all handle the situation? At this point, you're all staying at Stig and Gulla's house, correct?
Yes.
Because you kicked yourself out.
Yes.
Probably for the
I think I
best.
was welcome there.
That's totally fair. That is a oddly considerate from Stonk.
It's the most self-aware Stonk has been in quite some time.
Stonk's like, I don't think I'm welcome here anymore.
Gunnar, you're a failure. You're not worthy of having your name of chieftain, and you and your family suck ass. Now I'm gonna go sleep in your son's bedroom.
Hey, Mocha. Hello.
Oh,
Okay.
I think does that mean you're inspired? You didn't prompt that.
I didn't prompt that.
All right,
That's
Stonk
inspiration.
has inspiration.
Oh,
Mocha has
no.
decided to cuddle with Stonk.
But they have
Thank
blankets, and that's cheating.
Maybe that's why Stonk doesn't wake up, is because there's a little sleepy kitty on his lap.
Maybe.
Little blonde cat.
Just got full-blown
Oh
look.
god. Katunye snuggling you. What do you do?
Oh no.
Stonk is like awake. He hears it, but he's in silent range because there's a cat and he can't move.
Alright, so how do you all react to the situation? Because I feel like at this point, you guys are from... Most people were like, wow, it's real stormy outside. You guys, like, know what that very spontaneous of...
Does he make the
Spontaneous
wind a
wind
really
gust.
obnoxious frequency, so you have to know it's him?
It's like... It's not like... It doesn't come in waves like wind would. It's like a pulse. It's like a push.
So he just
I would
farts in.
leave the house. I would go out the front door to see what I can see.
God damn it, it's dark and cold.
Well,
You can't see any more than like 20 feet in front of you.
well
It's windy, that's
So,
for sure.
What is your special I see?
Yeah.
You take off your eye patch.
I see
Downtown.
20 feet perfectly clear, and then the rest of it is black.
Yeah, it's you're basically snow blinded at the minute. It's the morning. You guys have noticed that the storms are particularly the worst in like the beginning of the day and like the end of the day.
How do you think Ingvald's gonna take Gunnar saying, hey, I'm retired, go talk to
I
Odell?
don't know, maybe you should ask him.
I feel like
This is a good plan. We should definitely
Everything's
chose the
gonna
perfect timing for this.
Right.
because why else would he be here? Unless there's gonna be war.
Just to hang out. Maybe he's gonna give
He-
food to the starving villagers. Maybe he's just.
Maybe
Maybe
the god helping his people. Oh.
Well, that was a good one.
No, that's the best joke you've told yet.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
Did we wish for him to save the town, or did we
He's
wish
gonna
for
take
him
the
to win
last-
the war? There's a difference.
Protect
She's gonna
the
take
town.
the last third of the
So-
livestock.
He should at least bring enough food that most people don't starve.
I will make sure to next session look back at the exact wording, because Ingvald isn't that much of a dick where it's like, aha, I only said to save Beruvik. I'm surrendering on your behalf so the town can be saved.
Yeah,
You know,
like, did the
Ingvald-
intention mean the town or the people?
Right, yeah. So Ingvald's not that much of a dick. He's also not smart enough to do something.
Okay, I cast a glyph of protection around the mead hall. Bye.
I don't... Is there cliff of protection? Is that a spell?
I don't know. There's
I don't think
something.
it is.
If you say it's at the meat hall,
Alarm,
you're
I
safe.
guess.
Don't leave.
No wizards can't use alarm. SMH. Anyway, so Stonk, you go outside. Tavi, you soon follow after him. You both see the same thing where you're like, ooh, snowy wind,
Oh boy.
dark white.
I go back in and ask Gullah to make me a scarf, because she can do that.
Right,
No.
at like 4 in the morning?
Yeah, you wake up cool, you got work to do.
Yeah. It's like, I don't even know who this man is.
She'd do it.
sandwich.
Alright. Anything else? You guys could choose to go back to bed, or you could investigate, but you have no idea where the source of it came from.
I mean,
You can guess.
he's going to Gunnar's house. Where else is he going? To Mead Hall? I guess we could check both.
But is it worth it? He'll probably announce himself soon enough, right?
Like, what we get
More
out
or
of
less,
this?
just, we know he's here now. There's no more, is Ingvald going to show up? He's here.
Hear me out. If we don't go, we might miss out on the family reunion scene with Ingvald.
Do you want to see that?
Alric doesn't.
I would see that.
I want to see it. You don't want to see the Elric family in pajamas meeting God?
No.
Is Ingvald also in pajamas?
You don't know, you'll have to go find out.
He's just in
Dude,
tiny
Ingvald,
whities
fucking,
and
no,
stained.
not even tight whities. That guy sleeps naked. Like,
Oh god. That was a
He's wearing a
schlong out.
He's got a bathrobe schlong out.
Yeah. The bathrobe is like not long enough to cover his penis.
I think
It's just his upper torso.
He's just like wearing like a normal bear pelt.
Yeah.
It's like a little cape. That's it.
Do you guys want to go try and find him?
Not particularly.
I want to see drama, but Tiril doesn't. But then I also feel like if he's here, danger's close, we should probably talk to Odell and be like, hey, danger's close. Like, we should...
There's only one person in this party who likes tea. Who likes drama.
But he's
Don't
too
kick him away.
sleepy.
Kick him away.
Hey, Slanei, did God's here? What? I slipped right through it.
Yeah, I showed up while you were asleep there. We didn't want to wake you.
You just look so peaceful.
Finally, some quiet.
Alright, so do you guys just decide to go back to bed then?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go there on my own.
Elric's not gonna initiate it.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Just gonna go back to bed. We'll see him in the morning. The actual morning.
Yeah, it's like 4 in the morning right now. You guys have like a couple more hours.
Yeah.
The sun hasn't quite risen yet.
We're waiting for him to get drunk.
Right.
Because he definitely came sober.
The morning comes, and everyone is awake at this point. The sun has risen. Odell is awake alongside the law speaker Svend Leifson and his adult son, Herster Brandt Svensson. You guys, I'm assuming at this point, just kind of like make your way over to Gunnar's estate, right?
Mhm.
That's just kind of how you guys have been starting the day so far.
Yep.
Hey, good morning, Slanei. Good God's here.
What?
Throughout
Ingvald showed up last night.
Throughout the morning, you guys do notice that there is a little bit more of a hustle and bustle about. Could you all make just general insight checks? Because you all know why, but I'm just curious what you hear or what you perceive from the mild chaos.
And you didn't wake me up when God got here?
Nice little...
What'd you guys get?
We got 4 and a 2.
This guy is only good in combat, I swear to God. I got a 3.
Oh!
That's with the +1.
Rickard has no idea Ingvald's here.
11.
He's so
11.
11.
16.
Okay, so what total for Tiril? What would that be? 10? Okay, so Tiril and Stonk, this is very obviously because Ingvald is here. That's
Yeah.
probably, like, I'm pretty sure logically, like, the rest of you could pick that up as well. Elric, you probably have a little bit more of, like, everyone else is like, oh boy, Ingvald's here, shit's about to go down, and you're like, oh shit, Ingvald's here, shit's about to go down. This is a slightly different perception of the situation.
Excitement versus dread.
Yeah.
I can't
Well,
tell how we
I
feel
wouldn't even
about it.
consider them. They're more of excitement in the more literal sense of the term. It's not oh boy. It's more just adrenaline.
God's
Yeah,
here.
there you go. Slanei, you're able to pick up just kind of from like the murmur kind of going around. Ingvald did arrive last night. He was offered, a place to stay, and he is currently resting at the minute. Could you all because you're actually the only one who picked this up, you're the only one who could do this. Could you do a quick history check for me?
Oh,
Oh, you're
boy.
good at that, right?
I'm great at history with 9.
Giants and you tend like to sleep.
Okay.
He must be
He must be very tired after his long journey.
So throughout the morning, Ingvald has been resting.
Okay.
You can assume that that's why he's not present at the moment. And Odell has so far done his best to organize proceedings. Everyone has been called for an early meeting in the war room. Elric's family, Hersers, head guards, and hunters who set the traps last session. Everyone is here.
Mhm.
Okay, is there anything you guys would like to chatter about before the meeting begins?
I have an update on my knees.
Ira's not here.
What's your update on your knees?
Ira is not here.
They're perfectly fine. I don't need to do anything.
Good to know.
Okay, I'll deal with that later.
Anything else?
I don't really have much to say right now.
I think Ingvald's here. Oh boy.
Everyone just looks over at Tavi like fucking God. Say that. No, Tavi with Tavi's bad wisdom, Captain
I'm just
Obvious.
gonna say shit.
I feel like Stonk's Captain Obvious in like an annoying way. Tavi's a Captain Obvious in the like we already knew.
Rickard was the last horse across this finish line.
Odell steps forward and says, unfortunately Gunnar is unable to be with us today. However, myself
No.
and Svend Leifson have discussed our options in dealing with the inevitable attack from Hilda. Through discussion, we've settled on a plan to prioritize the western wall and using illusions and taunts to cause unrest among the soldiers, and he gestures towards you guys for that idea.
That sounds...
We will be relying mostly on our spies and scoutings to gain more insight onto Hilda's plans as they arrive, and who exactly Jarl Runar is. Svend steps forward and pulls out his, piece of paper and begins speaking, we will be utilizing the magic of... And the door opens, and you see Thyra, actually, slip into the room. He nods his head and, acknowledges her and says, Thyra, welcome back. She nods, looks tired as fuck, did not sleep a single wink last night, and she nods and sits down. Anybody want to insight perception?
I'd love to roll an insight on
Right.
that.
Tiril, I'll give you advantage because you know her more personally.
I could.
Sweet.
I can tell it's single digit.
14.
I'm so sorry, Ed.
I have a plus 10.
I'm so sorry. Do I need to buy you more dice? Because I don't know that.
No. I intend to brute force this dice into being good.
Dude, I was like, these dice are so cool, Ed's gonna love them. And you loved them. And
I ask you to make an attack roll.
Make an attack roll. Attack Ingvald right now.
Alright, that's
11 plus your shit? Yeah, that hits
It's gonna be
Ingvald.
21.
Yeah, that hits Ingvald.
16.
16? Anybody else?
14.
14. Alright. So I'll say with a 14, she's tired as fuck. She didn't sleep an ounce. You know that, I'll say you'll note, Tiril, you note that her stare is focused a little bit on the hunters.
Okay.
Alright. Svend continues his speech saying, we will be using the magics of sorcerers, priests, and diviners to aid in those plans. The druids we have are high priority targets. The enemy cannot know that we only have 2.
Well, now they know.
I'm in danger.
You guys are like, oh boy, we gotta kill the druids, they're high priority targets. You guys with 2 druids.
Realizing, wait a minute.
We are the high priority target.
Wait a second, was that werewolf an assassin?
Brent steps forward, who is
Posture.
Sven's son. He says, our first job is to figure out how many druids Hilda has. Some of us worry that the Ihminen tribes of the south may be motivated to join her army. If she possesses the support of the Ihminen, our jobs get a whole lot fucking harder, so let's hope it's not that way. Odell pipes up again, saying, for now, continue business as usual. Ingvald rests, and we will continue to prepare. Be on the lookout for anything suspicious. It is hard to see in these winters, and don't let any illusions fool you. You're all dismissed for now.
I I think Hilda would prefer to call it under new management.
You helped that.
As Odell finishes, the room begins to shuffle. And Slanei, I'll say that your 14, insight there was okay, you notice, fire was going on, but you also notice the way Svend is feeling. He has, very peeved glances, at the minute. You could tell, he's always been, a little bit of a, formal, back straight, very straightforward guy. But he seems a little bit miffed today.
Does he seem kind of pissed his boss got fired without telling him?
He's kind of pissed that as the vice president, he was replaced by some goddarn stranger.
Odell.
Oh no.
As this is going on, Odell,
To be honest, I saw this as a problem. I just didn't like Svend.
Yeah.
which is
we talked.
Odell is the preferable
We
option.
talked about it.
Because we at least know Odell well enough to be we know roughly how shitty he's gonna be.
right, yeah. So,
We have a baseline for his bad actions.
So as this is going on, Odell is having a discussion with Brent and the other guards. So he's just kind of telling them, where are you going to be stationed, what your hours are going to be like, what you're supposed to keep an eye out for, blah 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 blah. But it's just business as usual. Svend, you noted, just is kind of sulking there for a little bit, but he's still kind of trying to, keep together. He's still getting his work done, but you do notice that he's not happy about the situation. And I'll say, because you and Tiril have higher passive insights compared to everybody else and perceptions, you notice that a lot of the room feels the same way.
We made the correct choice.
Electing a foreigner.
We're the heroes, therefore what we say goes.
Oh, we could have elected Stonk.
Oh god.
That was an option.
It was a bad option. Glad you didn't do that.
We could have elected Rickard.
Yeah, I was thinking more Rickard because he wants the power anyway.
Rickard seems like the worst person to be put in charge, though.
He'd get it done, it's just... Oof.
His methods are, questionable at the best of times.
He will win the war, but 3 people will survive.
He'd have go
Immoral
and knit
teacher.
traps to kill our enemies in.
Right, yeah. Alright, so, after kind of just all, the business talk and people begin to scatter, Odell does put a little bit more of, current business on the table. He's now that we've got that out of the way, I need opinions on, these few situations. He puts down, on the table and basically says that, these are, some issues going on within the city that we should address, but we can only address some of them. We only have the time and the resource to address some of them, so let's rank these in order of priority.
Okay.
The first one being, a small temple to Thor near the Lake of Ashes has its roof collapsed under the weight of the snow. It needs to be repaired. It's a faith morale thing. While it would, in theory, waste resources, people are going to be very upset if one of their places of worship does not get fixed in time for a siege.
Oh, I play enough Dwarf Fortress to know that you gotta get on that.
Yeah.
The next one is there are thieves in town trying to steal food and other resources from supply stocks. The issue with the thieving ice trolls has not been fixed, making people worry more about surviving the winter.
I wonder why it didn't work.
Yeah, someone else do that one. I'm not doing that one again.
I'm not doing that one.
It's
Song?
not like anyone else.
I've been
100%.
involved with every conversation with Nana, and they've
You're
all
done.
gone poorly. I'm just leave me out of it.
Can we go talk to Ingvald and say, hey, Ingvald, you busy? You want to talk to some trolls?
The trolls do not worship him.
But they'll still be scared out.
He speaks giant. I want to see how he'll do it.
Maybe,
If
but
they also
die.
kill them all.
we'll get there when we
Kills
get
them.
there. We'll get there when we
Eats
get
them
there.
into the fucking sun.
Soldiers and Odell, admits that, he, acknowledges this, are unsure about the rapid change in leadership, and, especially because he is, a man who isn't from Beruvik.
Yeah.
All they really would need is just some, what's the word for it? Just assurances about Odell. You guys, if you want to go around town and basically be like, yeah, Odell's a great man. He, served in this army and did all these amazing things just to...
I can be
Yeah.
professional kiss ass.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah, I
great.
was gonna say, Tommy's the perfect one for that one.
And the final issue.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Nana, Hogar, and Raller have concerns about Ingvald's presence.
Oh no.
They fear he will interfere with Nana's weather spells and render them unusable or difficult.
Well then cool, then we don't need you.
Yeah.
That's
So,
the case.
those are the 5 options. You can deal with 4 of them.
So we got
2 of them are kind of the same issue, but a little separated.
church.
You got fix the church, figure out what's going on with the thieves, and if that has something to do with the ice trolls. 3, soldiers need a little bit of assurances about Odell. 4, people in Beruvik. Oh no, there's another one that I didn't even mention. So I only mentioned 4 of them. So the 5th one would be, there are some religious people in Beruvik who wish to go out to the Western Mound outside of the wall to make blot sacrifices to like get blessings. Basically, it's another like kind of a religious morale type thing. We want to go out here and get some good luck for the city, but that would require us to go like right in the danger zone.
We literally saw explosive flares. No.
You guys would know how to get around them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but there's always a
What are they
person.
sacrificing? Because if those are resources, that's kind of an issue.
Probably like small animal or like using like it's called a
Children.
blot sacrifice, so like it does involve probably like the killing or sacrifice of a small animal, but it's not going to be like nearly enough they're not like burning resources away. It's like they're killing a rabbit and then gonna do some shrooms and dance for a couple hours, you know.
That
Dancing
sounds
in the
like
place
the
we
one
just set
fun
my
option.
minds.
That's
You guys can
I want to open that
I
up.
know you want to help.
You can do that in Gunnar's house. You can't go out to the mound.
let me pull up the map of where you guys set up all of the
Crap.
thingies, because I think that you guys set them up like more around the walls than you did in the... Okay, so whoever was the purple one was the one who put them on the Watcher's Mound. But keep in mind, you put them like a couple miles, like a mile apart. So you would know, because you guys set up the traps, where you put them.
Mhm.
So you could very reasonably like bring people around it, but you would have to be there guiding them and guarding them.
That one seems like the worst option to me.
Yeah, but it's the one fun one.
Most likely
Do we-
the least useful option. However, I will say bodyguard duty for something like that sounds like the most
Entertaining.
entertaining one you could do.
I want to go for that one too.
I also
Well, then we're gonna fuck over the church.
Lauren, can I ask a couple questions about the church?
Yes, absolutely.
How many, like, is Thor worshippers like a majority in Beruvik? Do we have like a ratio of that?
I put worshippers in quotations because everybody is a worshipper of Thor in the Avnordian Empire, but it's not like they go to church every Sunday, you know?
Okay.
That's kind of like where like a couple hundred people will gather like every couple months where they like have like a party or some sort of sacrifice or some sort of ritual that goes on that people take part in. It's much more of a cultural thing than it is like, oh, we worship Thor, you know?
Okay. So,
Could we?
second question. What if
Yes.
we just clear out the roof? We don't like repair it, but we just make like that main area nice enough to gather people in instead of like blowing resources out for like
That
repair.
Blizzard.
The worshipping doesn't actually the temple itself, as you guys have noted from being in Eldergard, the buildings themselves are quite small and cannot hold hundreds of people. It's taken place outside of it, but the integrity of the building is important because that's where they keep all of the items in relation to like
Okay.
that's where they keep the blood, the sacrificial stuff. That's where the sacrifice takes place.
Have there been thieving problems in the church?
Not in the church, but around town.
You just clear it up, throw a tarp over it.
Bitching.
Well, but
It's
the
a new
thieving
problem.
is mold.
We should probably just hear her out at
Yeah.
least.
I
You
can't
could.
speak the problem.
Can you?
Their
How much
language
more?
is the
How much
problem.
earth
I think
can
you could do like 5 feet at a time.
Rickard could
You know
give
what?
you tongues,
Since
right?
it's something
Yeah.
else,
I can also go. and
I
talk
just
to
don't
them.
want to deal with
So
Nana and the
cantrip
thieving
you do
again.
billion
So
times
I'd
a
say
year, eventually.
if we're gonna drop one thing, let's drop that. We've tried it a couple times.
Yeah.
I know that that's probably not something we want to drop, but honestly, we've tried it.
I can tell you guys what what your
Well-
decision would boost and what it would take down.
Let's run through what we think is most important. I personally, this is just my opinion, I think everything other than Nana Nana's thieving is important. We should
Yeah.
focus on those 4. And then Nana thieving, just leave that alone.
We've already
What is it?
fucked that
It's
up.
not. You don't. I'll read it
Is
one
it
more time.
Nana
There
thieving?
are thieves trying to steal food and other resources from the
Yeah.
supply stocks. They do not know if it is purely the ice trolls.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But
I thought
it
those
could
were
be
2
stick.
separate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could be. They could be like the same thing.
So
I think
Or
we
they
should
could
deal
be
with
different.
I
that.
think it's probably like 80% Nana and like
Run-
20% random.
run down the list of 5 things
Sure.
real quick. Thor Temple.
Temple to Thor.
Thieving.
There are thieves. Soldiers are unsure. They want to do.
soldiers unsure. The,
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
we're
That's
just sending
those-
Tavi to that. So
And then the Blot sacrifice on the Western Mound, and the ice trolls are angry that Ingvald's here.
Okay. Alright, that's our 5. I forgot about the...
the soldiers, because that was just
I just wrote that one
Yeah.
off. Tavi was going to do
Yeah.
that.
Tavi.
And I'll get on my little big boy
I
soapbox.
think if we were being realistic about it, the church would probably be the one to drop. Or the sacrifice be the one to drop.
The sacrifice would easily be the one to
Yeah.
drop.
But
I will
But-
state this: if
but-
anybody who's debating this right now wants to do a quick history check to see what would be, or religion check, to just figure out what you believe would be more important for the people.
Yeah,
Because they both are like
Oh, you gave me the
morale
second.
boosting
Oh, thank God.
things, but they do have
I rolled a
different
3 and
effects
I'm
on
like,
them.
Okay, I feel like,
I'll do
Do
a
it
little
again.
religion.
Okay.
yeah, sure.
guidance.
That's it.
Guidance, is that a D4?
Yep. D4.
Woo! 21.
Okay.
Religion, you say?
Are you not doing it, Stonk?
I have a plus 0, so
Where's my...
So you
fair.
said,
Not
you
gonna
said
bother.
it's a religion check?
Well, it's a religion or history check. It just
Religion.
depends on what you
Religion.
want.
16 religion.
Okay. One at a time. What'd you get?
I'm trying to find a D4 to add with
Oh.
guidance.
All right. Well, then we'll start over here. What'd you get?
16 religion.
Religion.
I gave guidance.
Guidance.
Yeah.
21 history.
21 history.
6.
Why'd you become
Okay.
so smart?
Where's my D4?
He's smart. It's just I've been rolling shit today.
That's not rolling shit.
Who even
the
worships
Tavi
Thor?
assigned dice have been rolling shit. Everything else rolls fine.
This is still normal.
Right. So I'll say that with the high history check, I will state that the small temple to Thor would be more like internal, like the worshippers of like Thor would be happy. You know, they're just kind of happy that something within their own town is like being protected.
24.
The ritual taking place on the Watcher's Mound, and you understand this too, would probably be the most significantly impactful to the morale of the town, because they would specifically be, and I'd say that as the 2 Avnordians in the group, you would be able to note that they would probably be like gaining blessings from like previous chieftains. And that would mean more to the people
You
than
can also
fixing the town.
Tell the people doing that it was Odell that suggested we allow them to do that.
Right.
And then that's
Ooh, I love
Because
propaganda.
Odell definitely was part of that decision.
Well, he's bringing forth the decision right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
In that case.
I think we
What'd
ignore
you
the
get?
church.
Ed?
But then
I
we
got
also
24.
Oh, no matter what's happening.
Are you
we're
telling me
talking
what I'm
about
not going to do?
I
Well,
want
I was asking.
We can also put
I
no
don't know if Lauren
I
asked.
get the end of the thing.
Oh, no, I
We
say
can
you got
figure
the same
out
thing
if
as
I
Tavi,
should-
because they
okay.
got similar roles.
Oh, okay.
We could also do non-alas to see if, like, the thievery is also part of the ice trolls, or if it's people in the town.
Mhm.
Or some combination.
I do
of the
think
two.
it'd be funny if we just bait Ingvald into dealing with Nana.
So, which one are you choosing to ignore then?
I still think the thieving.
I
Well,
still, I think it's the church we can ignore,
Or
yeah, I would
Yeah.
agree.
Church.
because they can worship Thor anywhere. Doesn't
I
necessarily
mean,
have
I'll get pissed
We
about
can-
it, but it's just a bunch of Thor.
We can
It's
like
just a Thor head.
tidy
doesn't
it up a
matter.
little, but we won't spend the full day on
Can I,
it.
like,
For the sake of
Worship
time,
session?
that's
I
why
don't
I'm
know.
saying you can only deal with
Maybe.
4 out of
Anything I
5.
can do?
There's no use in half doing
Yeah.
the job. They'll just get upset if you
The one
if
time
you
I went to a temple
clean it up-
before,
clean
it
up the
sounded
mess
like
I
with
put a
they
Thor
were-
hammer right in front of the door. That
One time I
fixes
went
it,
Yeah,
to
right?
Thor, they
They torture
relentlessly
people.
bullied
It's
me.
fine.
Yeah.
Can I host worships as a paladin of Thor instead of just infiltrating a church? We just have like a little
Oh,
powwow.
powwow?
yes.
The gazebo of Thor.
I will say that could be I would love. Hold on, I'm gonna pause now, and I'm gonna say you are absolutely yes approved for that idea, but save it for next session before
Can we make
someone
an
arrives.
igloo? And then
Someone.
Igloo
An
Igloo
igloo.
Thor
Basta.
temple.
So then you can actually
Character
plan
wise,
what you
I
want to
just
say to
bitch.
motivate people instead of doing it on the spot.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Eric arrives.
That would be
I lived, bitch. Dies brain aneurysm right there.
that would be a power move. We have Ingvald, they have Thor.
Oh.
Ooh.
So,
Gunnar has to Vesta.
would you guys, so if we want to come back in character now,
Yep.
describe your, what you've decided on.
Well, fuck the temple. Who gives a shit?
Fuck Thor.
Fuck the world.
As resident Thor person, how do you feel of this?
If I have the idea to like substitute worship areas or something, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll say that someone else will bring it up. Or like Brent would be like, we might not have time to fix the temple at the minute, but we can still include worship and rituals like in the army, just so they can get like a little bit more of a boost.
Yeah.
Or another thing you can tell them is that Odell, he fucking loves Thor,
Yeah, that's true.
It pains him to make this decision.
Yeah.
Now, you see, I don't want to say this in character because this is a little too harsh, but if it were up to Stonk, he'd probably just tear down the temple to Thor
And
since
use
it's
the
already
wood as
damaged,
firewood.
and then use that material to like help
The
fortify
town would have a
those.
meltdown.
I'm sure they would have. That's why Stonk is specifically not stating that this is what he would do.
It's like looking at the temple and good firewood.
What a
That
perfect.
could fuel us for another week.
You could make that into a couple spears. Like,
Yeah.
God, look at it. It's getting
Another
wet
punchy
slowly,
stick
just being
trap.
So Odell begins to like write everything down. She's like, okay, this is what we're deciding to do, blah 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 blah. And so do you guys want to split up and deal with the issue, or do you want to deal with everyone together?
I want to split up.
Yeah.
If you guys want to split up and then come together for the
We should
Watcher's
be all-
Mound one,
All together for the Watcher's Mound and probably Nana as well, I think.
No.
Okay.
Just let me and Rickard, you want to come for Nana?
Eat shit.
Alright, Elliot, get with me. Come on, I need one other person who knows giants. Or it can,
This is
do
gonna be
tongues.
beautiful.
or can be translated.
Yeah. And
Plus
at least
it
you
can-
have Ingvald
You gotta go scan
relations,
Watcher's Mound.
and you might be able to say something.
I
You're
don't
gonna be very
think those
intimately
trolls
familiar with it 'cause you'll be
like
there for, like, 12
Ingvald
hours.
very much. I feel like that's a liability.
Every time I've had a chance to talk to these trolls, they have brought me down to their level and then beat me.
Yes.
So, no,
Hey, Rick,
I'm not doing it again.
Rick, do you want to help me find who's the possible thieves?
Yes.
As long as it doesn't lead back to the
If it does, I'll report it. I ain't doing shit about that.
Here's the issue. I'm not dealing with it. Though.
Here's the issue. I can't talk to them. They're bullying me.
All right, so
Alright. But
it'll be
Stonk, you're leading this charge.
Slanei and Rickard, which is probably a good idea because high investigation, high perception. So you guys would probably most likely be staking out the area
Yeah.
for most of the day.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Fucking
All right, so
Sherlock
that's what
Holmes
you guys are
going on
doing.
here.
We hide
Those guys
Slanei in a
are-
barrel of pickles.
doing the thieving. What are you two doing?
Spreading
you two are doing
propaganda.
that.
You're the propaganda team,
And then we'll all come
Well-
together at the end of the day for the
and then
losses.
Ulrich and I will do Nana talking about Ingvald.
Who's
and such.
taking? Who's
Oh my God.
who's on mound guarding duty?
Oh, we're doing.
Well, we're doing all of that
yeah,
together.
we should be as a group, all of us.
Yeah, because
In
that was
case
the important.
combat.
Am I
When
still being
combat.
asked to scout by
Hopefully
Thyra today?
Hmm?
Am I going to still be scouting with Thyra? Or is she taking
I'll
the day
say that
How's
right
how's
now.
Thyra doing?
Are you itching for combat?
I'm a little itchy. I'm a barbarian who hasn't had combat in 5 sessions. I'm losing my thing.
Would you like to rage?
I haven't had a chance to.
Rage is the build house.
As Odell is writing everything down, he's like, okay, we're figuring out, you guys deal with this, you guys deal with this, and by the time, like, the formalities are done, you guys, like, note that Odell's already, like, kind of tired. Svend is, like, doing his best, but he's obviously preoccupied. Thyra looks dead.
Huh.
If any of you guys wish to communicate with any of them before you guys start what you want to do, now would be the opportunity.
I'll ask Odell real quick before I walk into the Nana.
So we'll do that first and then do you next.
Yeah. I heard reports that the ice trolls were causing more trouble now that Ingvald has arrived.
Less trouble and more, raising concerns, which will inevitably become more trouble. But yes.
Concerns about their magics?
Yes, Nana is concerned that the presence of a wind Jotun is going to make her control over the weather difficult, if not impossible.
Well, I suppose that would be a problem for them.
Anywho.
Before you all leave, I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Mocha.
I've, over the past 24 hours, I'm learning a little bit more about our good friend Nyland. What? Come here. There we go. Okay, we're just gonna give Mocha some loves for a moment so she can chill out.
Here we go.
Oh.
All right. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, he's like, I've
24 hours.
over the past 24 hours, he's learned quite a bit about our good friend Nyland, and he says, off the record, what do you know about him?
This to all of us or to Stonk?
This is mostly towards Stonk, because he understands that as two people who don't really like each other, he will trust that you're going to be honest about it, but it's really referenced at anybody or focused towards anybody who's around Stonk. So it's like, I'm assuming, Tiril, you're walking over to Thyra right now.
The question's open.
It's open, but it's focused on Stonk.
Okay, questions about Gunnar Nyland.
Like, what do you know about it?
Other than being the chieftain of this place, he had a son, and the relationship seemed strained. He sent his son away before before Hilda was supposed to get here, but we think that he was captured.
What do you know about his financial situation?
Debt.
You're the only one who can answer that.
There were concerns.
I just imagine Stonk just being like, whew.
I don't use money,
He
but even I
was
can tell.
in debt to a slaver, but the slaver has, well, let's just say that the debt has been wiped clean.
Well, that's not the only debt he has on his record.
Oh, excellent.
From what it looks like, his family has been financially struggling since he was a child. I'll note that not nearly all of those debts are paid off, and some of these debts are from Daskafell.
They're a debt for, like, a cool axe and a cool bow. And what else did he give us?
He's in debt to all of us.
Doesn't he owe you 10 gold?
Probably.
I think he does.
Not counting. Mocha.
Odell will kind of be like, it's a couple hundred gold, but still not ideal.
She's chewing on the wire.
Stop it.
Ooh.
I'll feed her in a bit. I just want to kind of get through this part.
Yeah. This is totally me blanking. Daskafell was...
That's where Hilda's from.
Okay.
And he's in debt to Hilda, basically.
So?
It doesn't really matter at this point.
He's in debt to everyone, that's kind of the point.
Okay.
The list of who he's in debt to.
Who he doesn't owe money to would be shorter.
He owes money to everybody, so no one has uneven sway on him. It evens out.
It's the patron thing, where you make a bargain with every single fucking patron.
They got nothing on you.
They got nothing.
He heard hey, if I'm in debt $100,000, it's my problem, but if I'm in debt $10 million, it's the bank's problem. And he took that to heart.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
Yeah. To sum up what you guys would be able to piece together from that is that his family has had financial struggles and has been in debt for a very long time. They're in debt to almost everybody. And I'll say Odell continues and goes on to say, like, this would be reasoning for Place's reluctance to ally with him.
He doesn't pay his debt back. Well, that would make a little bit more sense as to why no one answered his letters.
To be fair, I think some of them did. They just weren't very kind.
Yeah.
Oh, they answered.
And while they're having this conversation with Odell, and you approach Thyra,
Yeah. I would like to overhear their conversation.
they're happening at the same time.
Oh, I know.
Which one are you paying
Oh,
attention
I'm paying attention to the Thyra. I saw Tiril walking over, like, yes, I'm too nosy.
Okay.
How are you feeling today?
And she kind of like looks over to you like, really? And continues, and he's like, I'll be fine.
Okay. If you need anything again, let me know.
And she'll nod her head. Is that
Try
all?
to have each other's back because it's just the two of us.
Right. She just kind of like cuts you off after that.
Okay.
Is that all?
An insight when she said I'll be fine.
Yeah.
15.
15? The way she moves, she's still obviously in some sort of pain, but she doesn't have, like, the same amount of despair in her voice as you heard her the nights
She got
prior.
bit by a wolf yesterday. That's why she's in pain.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly.
Nothing bad could have.
Yeah, she got bitten by a wolf yesterday. The wounds are not, you know, they're festering a little bit, and she's doing her best.
Come on. These things don't
Everybody
go
gets
away.
bitten by a wolf now and then.
It's not like, you know,
Slow
druids have
burn.
access to healing magic.
Yeah, they
that
don't have access to lesser
cures this
restoration.
stuff
She's not
immediately.
asking me to. I can
No,
understand.
I'm not asking you.
She
I'm
can
just
help
saying
herself.
she has access to that.
Yeah.
If you want to fix it, she could.
Yeah.
She hasn't taken a long rest since.
No.
She can't prepare her spell slots.
Alright. It is time to split up. What would we like to do first? Do we want to deal with the thieving? Do we want to deal with soapboxing the soldiers? Or do we wish to deal with the ice trolls?
I think we should do thieving before we do Nana,
That's
because
fair.
I think the
If it
thieving
does
will
lead
end
back
up.
to Nana,
Yeah.
then that's something else we gotta consider. So yeah, we'll wait on that one.
Although the comedic timing of us going to Nana and saying, okay, Nana, now let's talk about ice magic. And then us leaving, and then we have to talk to her again.
Hey, look, Nana, sorry, we're back. You're a thief!
You're a swindler and a thief.
Yes, we've established this.
You
last
guys end
time.
up killing the ice trolls. That
After we
all...
sacrificed
There's
half
so
the
much of this city is like
so much
shit
of that
is
is
for fucking nothing if we end up killing
No,
those.
hold on.
Fifth of all the
One of the
livestock.
trolls helped us put stakes in. That was worth it.
Yes,
we
sure.
can
That
eat
makes
the
it all
ice
worth it.
trolls. Modest
No.
proposal, solve two things at
No,
once.
trolls like flesh, they're like canonically really fucking disgusting.
And
You
like,
cannot
toxic.
eat them, and they're toxic.
Yeah,
Their blood does have healing properties.
Hear me
at
out.
this rate, I think they probably run the city better.
Oh god.
They since they have no concept of debt, they'd probably be doing better on the debt front.
Okay, hear me out. We have team propaganda. Figure out who the dissenters are. And we just give those to the trolls. They'll stop stealing because they have fresh bodies, and then we have less dissenters. Great plan.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Totally ethical. Tommy will do it, right?
You were there with that one guy with arm got cut. You know,
That was frostbite.
Frostbite.
So, who's going first then? Are we doing the thieving first, or do you guys want to soapbox first?
Are you gonna make me speak?
Yeah, that's what you're doing. That's what you volunteered to do.
That's what Tavi
All right, Chris, let's do some investigation.
Let's do some
You don't have
investigation.
to write up
Let's do some
exact
Sherlock
wordings,
Holmes.
but you can say, like, he talks about this.
Well,
and
one
then
of us
you roll
wants one of those
persuasion
Sherlock
check.
Holmes. We're gonna figure it out as we go
I was
along.
going to say, both of us are equally qualified to be both of them. and neither.
It depends on which story we're going off of.
Yeah.
I think you should be good cop, you should be bad cop.
How much should I
boy.
mention the slaughter of Stonk's people?
Minimally.
Odell.
They are very salty about that war.
Because they technically lost.
Odell.
Yeah.
Well, Odell was there and
Said
he
this
lost
weekend.
too. You're the same people.
Yeah, exactly.
Propaganda.
So, oh yeah, I'll feed her after we get started here, and you guys can have a little bit of a role play moment. So you guys are stationed at one of the, supply rooms, where the main one that has been dealing with thieving issues. I'll say, Rickard, you notice it's not the one that's closest to where the trolls are.
No, smarter than
That is something to be of note.
Alright.
He knows her.
It appears that
No,
from
it's
what they
most
walk
really
you through,
enthusiastic.
can you guys give me one moment? Just go through this. The things that are mostly being stolen appear to be jerkies and food. So it's food that is being stolen, and
Those goobers, they want to eat.
some firewood.
How unfortunate. They want to be warm too?
Mm-hmm.
They want to feed
Bro,
their
they just
children?
take from the
I'll say
the
a little
temple
bit of
floor.
everything is being stolen, but the main thing they're worried about is the food
Yeah.
being stolen. So you guys, I'll say, are positioned there for now. You will have multiple hours of downtime, so while I'm feeding Mocha, you guys can roleplay. What do you talk about? Oh shit, I need to get Mocha food tomorrow. I forgot to do that today.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Just ignore her, she's the wind.
It's a fairly windy day out, isn't it?
Yeah, Ingvald's still here. He's winding. He's snoring in his sleep. This is what happens. Go ahead.
Every time I'm about to say something, she goes, "Ah!"
Hey, Lauren.
Yeah?
The Elthorpe chieftains are elected, right?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Honors democracy.
Wind is really loud tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, Ingvald, of course, but
Yeah. I mean,
it seems to make a weird whistle sound through the door.
you think he still could have decided to not have the winds going at all times when he's here?
The god of the winds, turn off the wind? How dare you?
Yes. Especially while he's asleep, no less.
Looks like the wind stopped, he heard you.
Oh,
She's
Hey,
eating
how
them.
about that? He listened.
The gods do listen.
The gods do listen. It's a miracle.
Ingvald's bad dream is over.
He just had a real bad shits.
Do I know what all battles Odell's been through? Aside from
That's the major one.
whatever.
Like, that is the major one. That's basically the Goliath sieges.
Alright.
Goliath attacks, skirmishes, whatever. Just mention the word Goliath and they'll know what you're talking about.
Damn those Goliaths.
Except for Stonk. Stonk can stay.
I'm being entirely
Tommy's
real.
too successful and incites a race riot.
Against the only
Us
Goliath.
against the one Goliath.
Don't spoil the plot.
I'll start a race war, but not towards Goliath.
Halfway.
It's on the to-do list.
Against who?
It's not who, it's what.
What then?
Is it what? He's
Well, Tommy's
He
gonna
likes
start having to
killing
wear
demons.
helmets.
Oh, demon.
Did you just forget that?
Maze.
No, I was just thinking that demon isn't a race.
It's a species.
It's a species.
He's committing xenocide.
yeah. So Slanei, Rickard, do you wish to roleplay anything?
It's we're staking out. We're trying to be quiet.
I mean, we can lip to each other, but
We can lip to
Well, that's
each
what
other.
I'm assuming. You guys are just kind of.
Sorry.
I guess you want to play rock,
Or-
paper, scissors from the shadows.
We're just kind of waiting for people to show up.
I think Slanei and Rickard have already talked about their deep inner feelings a lot during their trip up to the mountains.
Do you guys take bets on who is doing it?
I wonder what Gunnar's doing right now. Other than crying.
Oh, I was gonna say he's just crying. That's all he's doing right now. He might be pacing while crying.
Wow, do you guys have any remorse whatsoever?
No,
No.
not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. He's an uninteresting pile of sad sack.
Is Gunnar just sulking?
This is for the
His
best.
son has more fire than him.
Is Gunnar
and his son got immediately
such-
captured.
Is Gunnar in such a depression that he's just walking in a depressive sulk and just taking the jerky?
The
Is he the
moment,
thief?
the moment I'm in a one-on-one, I will encourage him to kill himself.
Oh, I feel bad for what we did to Gunnar, but it was for the best for both him and the town.
We made that choice.
We made that choice so he didn't have to.
We know what's best.
Because we're the heroes.
I wonder how your family's doing. How's Hilda? What's your feelings on Hilda coming? Are you excited to see her? Excited to kill her?
Excited to see her bleed.
Take care of your nephew, too.
Oh, yeah.
Rickard, can you just make a general intelligence check for me?
Yeah. 11.
Oh God.
6 plus 5.
You're Hilda's family. You can assume your family is allied with her. That's all.
Oh, are you gonna have to kill your entire family now?
All of them.
This bloodline ends with me.
Is the irony gonna be that you're the last one alive of your family, Rickard?
Mikhail's whole backstory is killing his family is his greatest regret. Now Rickard's like, let's do it. I'll do it again.
All right, family side.
I'll fucking begin.
Alright.
It really is that
Passive
meme of,
perception.
Mikhail's like, I killed my
25?
entire
25?
family.
What's
He's,
your
like,
passive
very
perception?
depressed.
16.
16. Passive investigation. Passive investigation.
23.
15 private. Okay. Yeah. You guys are good at this. As you guys are having this conversation of lip reading and probably the occasional gesture, you guys hear I'll say you guys hear the sound of something just kind of tipping over. It's something falling off of a counter. Perception checks.
I will say this, Rickard. Last time you regretted not shooting.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
Look at that with a +1.
You both note what appears to be a fully grown man wearing, a peasant outfit with, a cloak on and, pelts on, trying to stay warm in the winter. Crouched down in the corner with a bundle of a sack of something in his hand, looking back at you. He slinks behind one of the
Does he
carts.
see us?
He does not notice that he knew he made a noise and then hid. You guys turned around and saw him as he was hiding.
Is he, near one of the doors?
Mm-hmm.
Can I, how far away is that door from us?
Say 20 feet.
20 feet? So I could use thaumaturgy to make it sound like my voice is coming from behind the door. then.
No, we've agreed that that's not how that works.
You can use thaumaturgy to shut the door.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use thaumaturgy to shut the door.
I think we do have this conversation.
Yeah, every time.
Thaumaturgy is brought up.
You can't use thaumaturgy to make yourself quieter. You cannot move your voice, but you can amplify it to make it louder.
I think minor illusion is the one that creates sounds in another area.
Yep.
So I will use thaumaturgy to close the doors, though.
Alright. Do you slam it, or do you
Oh, I slam it shut as though someone was on the other side, saw it open, and closed it immediately.
Alright. So I'll say that these doors don't really have latches in the way that modern doors do. So it does kind of sway open and close with the wind just a little bit. But as it swung open, it slams behind him, and you see the guy kind of topple out from his hiding spot, and he looks over to you as some stuff is falling out of the sack he just grabbed.
Out of his pocket.
He is going to immediately attempt to get up and run for his life. What do you do?
Sentinel away.
Sacred flame.
Sentinel.
Sacred
Kill
flame.
him.
Sacred flame?
Uh-huh.
I realize I don't have a whole person.
You have a very high accuracy. You could shoot for the knee.
I can absolutely shoot for the knee, but that seems like a little overkill for this petty thief.
You can non-lethally shoot him in the knee.
He used to be an adventurer. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Him?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's wise.
I rolled a 17.
God damn it. I tried to use charm person and it failed.
He's not very charmed. I think you might need to shoot.
Yeah.
You have a cleric. You can fix him.
Kills him, brings him back. What do you want?
Shoot him through the throat, then heal the wound.
Because that's how that works. Well, I tried to stop him. It's now your go, Rickard, unfortunately.
You know, that is a good point, that you can make it better.
What would Rickard do?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you've had your bow on your lap the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were gonna shoot like ice trolls or shit.
I'm not gonna do sharpshooter because I would rip his fucking leg off. Though if I do roll nat 20,
Well,
does he insta die? I don't think you can non-lethally
this is non-lethal,
shoot.
right?
I don't think you can say non-lethal
I don't
range.
think there's non-lethal necrotic.
Oh, that's only if you get a nat 20, though.
Yeah, if I get nat 20.
Yeah, if you get a nat 20, he's fucked. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay.
You should declare sharpshooter.
I got close, I'm gonna be real. That was a 26 directly to his knee. Let me...
Oh god.
As he's running away, Rickard just without hesitation pulls out his bow and releases the arrow. As it hits his knee, like, the impact causes him to, like, fall back. And he, like, smashes into, like, some other resources, which, like, topple on top of him. And he lets out, like, a shrill cry.
Yeah, that's 12 points of non-lethal.
Yeah, that's it. That's he's out.
You can fix that, right?
Does he fall to the ground and like a box of jerky just knocks him the fuck out?
Yeah, well, what basically happens is that he, like, knocks himself into some more resources and falls on top of him. You hear him, like, shrill cry. As he, like, falls to the ground and some stuff hits his head, you just hear, like, oh, under the pile of stuff.
So, I can fix that, but we have a slight problem. Gonna gesture to the pile on top of him now. I can't move any of that.
It's, like, small items.
Oh, okay.
You can move.
He points
It's not like a massive box
Okay.
on top of him. It's like stacks of items,
Oh,
you
okay.
know.
He
Never mind.
points to the pack of Jack Link's jerky. Like, I can't do that.
Yeah,
I can't move and I'm too weak.
Yeah.
So, I guess we're clearing all the stuff off of him.
Mhm.
Trying to get... We're leaving the arrow in right now because, of course...
Are you,
Yeah.
are you fixing him or are you just like
Don't
spare
fix
to
him yet.
die?
Don't fix him yet.
Oh, I'll cast Spare the Dying just to be on the safe side in the event that,
He's still conscious,
Okay.
just barely so.
Okay, good.
Where were you the night of the 11th?
What color's my underwear?
Why are you working for the ice trolls?
And as you, like, take everything, I was like, what's going on? I didn't do anything.
I just hold the bundle of stuff that he had
I
taken.
walked in with that. I was just looking for somebody. And he kind of, like, reaches out. You could tell this guy's delirious as fuck right now.
Oh.
You definitely gave him brain damage.
I'm keeping it away.
Shot
from
him in
at
the
this
knee, I
point.
gave him brain damage.
That was mine. You can't take
Oh, it's yours. Oh, okay. Gonna empty out the bag and then hand him the bag.
that. You just kind of, like, grabs it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now I got bad news for you. You were stealing just a minute ago.
And he just kind of grumbles.
Are there other people that are stealing that you are aware of?
Persuasion check. With advantage, he's
Or is this
brain damaged.
is this intimidation?
Okay, intimidation or persuasion.
Yeah, I'll flick the arrow to make intimidation.
Oh.
2.
4.
You flick it and you, like, try to intimidate him. He just goes, ah!
Was that with advantage?
Oh,
yeah, it's with advantage.
Sorry. 10.
Yeah, you flick it and he just screams. That's all you get out of that.
I can make the pain go away if you tell me if you know anyone else.
Persuasion with advantage.
Hey. Good cop, bad cop.
And you used a different type of skill, so it doesn't raise the DC.
6.
Good cop, bad cop.
Persuasion is going to be 17.
17. This was my first time, I swear. I've never done it before. I've never had to do it.
Okay, close your eyes and bite on this. I'm gonna put the sack in his mouth. Bite on it really hard. I'm going to pull the arrow out and then cast a cure wounds at first level for him.
Do the way that things heal like that?
Huh?
Will it heal like as if time had like skipped?
Yes.
The scar tissue's still there.
That happened the first session when he healed someone. It makes the wound older.
Yeah, so his knee is just permanently fucked.
8 points of healing, so...
Alright, so you heal him back up, and as he's biting, that kind of scream, like, goes through as you pull it out, and then he, with all of his might, he, like, pulls his, like, calf, like, to his chest, and, like, just kind of begins cradling the wound a little bit, and just kind of goes, fuck.
Careful, it's gonna be a little stiff for
a couple years.
Ever.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have to bite on that anymore.
He falls out.
So,
What else do you ask?
did we learn?
So,
You've stopped one poor man from having kneecaps.
How dare you?
You have physically disabled one man who was stolen.
we have done our job.
Who's stealing food for his family.
Yep. We'll do it again, too.
The worst people to have on the stakeout.
Like, if it was these two, they'd have a stern talking to.
So,
Yeah.
what do you do with him now?
If it was Stonk, he'd just be beheaded.
Since you said that this... I want to retroactively roll an insight.
Well, you can do it now.
Yeah, I want to roll that insight real fast on... If this was
Do you believe he's truthful?
Yeah, well, with a 9, probably was his first time.
He could be. Yeah.
Look, we're gonna let you off with like a warning. Don't be dumb.
And he just kind of like looks at you. He's just kind of like panting. Fine. And then he like tries to like get himself up, and he stands up, and he stands up. He starts walking, and he's like, "Oh shit, my sack!" And he goes down, he grabs his sack, and he like hobbles out.
Is it all slimy now?
What would it be slime? Well, I mean,
Saliva?
Yeah, there's like a little bit of a wet spot on it.
How stable is he walking right now?
He is gonna take his damn time,
Okay.
Is
but
one-
he can walk.
Is
Okay.
one leg shorter than the other that wasn't shorter than the other when you came in?
No.
The cost for stealing is arthritis.
The worst curse to give someone in the Abnordian Empire.
Alright.
Cold base.
3 or 4 more times, this will be a very effective deterrent.
Yes, it will.
Is that how you spend your day, just shooting people in the kneecap and saying,
Yeah, like a significant portion of the population that are walking with a limp.
What a way to boost morale!
Is that your plan? You're just gonna have screams of pain to keep everyone away?
No, Steve's still for the fucking grave.
Okay, here's what you do. Next time you shoot, cast thaumaturgy on their scream so everyone knows not to fuck with the food.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Alright. So the first man has been let off the loose. Let's see what happens
With
to
the
the second group. Because you guys have just such high like passive perceptions, you guys notice them not like immediately when they walk in, but pretty soon after. You guys note, I'll say that there's probably like kind of similar to this apartment where there's like one door over there, there's one door over there. You guys are kind of like up against one of the walls. You can see both of them for the most part. You notice that there's a particular gust of wind that kind of opens them both at the same time. There's at least one person in here. You know that.
Alright, shoot for the kneecap. I hope it's not Nana.
I'll say that there's a front door and a back door if one of you guys wants to check one and one wants to check
I'll check
the
the
other.
back door if you want to check the front door.
I'll check the front door, sure.
Okay, perception checks.
And more importantly, you can shut the front door, I can shut the back door. 21.
21.
3.
Oh.
Have we thought about just putting a lock on the door?
You put stuff up against the door, yeah. But I'll say that while this is happening, there are also, like, people coming in.
Yeah.
Like, soldiers and stuff who
Or
come in.
Who are actually supposed to be
Yeah,
here.
we'll get to that in a bit. But, This is kind of like during the beginning of the day. This is the early morning, basically. So you at the front door, because you're looking at the front or the back?
Back.
Wherever Slanei was looking, you notice what appears to be, one woman who is similarly, like, kind of dressed up in a cloak, you know, wearing something that covers her face, and you notice her as she's kind of, like, sneaking around the corner, and she kind of turns to look at you. Rickard, you don't notice anything.
And then he gets stabbed in the back, and
What
it's
do you
all
do?
over.
Excuse me, what do you think you're doing?
Off the door you weren't looking opens again, and she starts to begin running off the other door as well. There were 2 people in here. One of them is gone. One is running.
We have another spell slot.
I mean, I have a lot of spell slots. She hasn't made it outside yet?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, the door is now closed.
As she, like, kind of runs towards the door, and you slam it in her face, her arms, like, kind of go up in the sky, and she, like, stumbles backwards a little. She's like, shit, shit. You can hear under her breath her swearing.
Use home purse.
I don't have whole person prepared.
Use charm person.
I keep checking my spell slots for hoping that I put it on here, and I didn't.
Whole person could actually be pretty OP in battle.
Yeah, it is. I just haven't had a reason to use it since we're not in a combat scenario yet.
And you're paralyzed? I do automatic crits on you? Cool.
How fun. Why are you here?
And she, like, as she's kind of, like, pushed up against the wall, like, just holding up her hand, she's like...
I've already seen your face. There's no point.
She has something up above her, on her face. So you see her eyes, and I'll say you notice, like, dirty blonde hair.
Okay. So like everyone else in this town.
Yeah, basically. She's woman TM.
Oh no,
She's a
Slanei's
woman.
greatest
Dirty blonde.
weakness.
Because as we know, it's all about the women.
And she'll hold up her hands, and as you ask that, I'll say, roll a quick persuasion or intimidation. Are we starting with good cop this time?
Rickard can never be a good cop. It's just not.
No, you starting with good cop.
Yeah,
we're
starting with good
you.
cop this time.
And if she disobeys, then
Oh
bad.
no!
I think it's time for bad
am
cop.
I aware of this woman at this point? Or?
Yeah, at this point, you were like, oh, I didn't see anyone over there. And then you're like, whoa, something's going on over here. And then you hear someone leave the door behind you.
Gotcha. Make sure that door is closed.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn it. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta deal with this
10.
one.
10?
Yeah.
She kind of like, it's just like, just trying to get food for my family. And that's all she says. And you notice that as she's talking to you, her head is like turned away from you, so she won't make eye contact with you.
And what makes your family? Oh, this is gonna sound terrible, but I don't know another way to put this. What makes your family more special than everyone else?
She scoffs a little bit at you and is like, my family has been reliant off of the food you and your friends have given us. We have tasted nothing in weeks.
Your food tastes like shit.
I know my food
Yeah.
is not great.
Our livestock had either already been given away or sold. All we had is what you could give us. What are we going to do when you are gone?
Steal jerky, apparently.
This.
Rickard, you can butt in whenever.
Bitch, stop complaining.
Yeah.
There's a siege
Yeah,
going on.
I mean, we're
I'm waiting for you to finish your thought.
this entire town right now is preparing for a siege. Sieges aren't fun.
You're not supposed to be eating high
You need
life.
to.
Be glad you're even eating.
Yeah. We are doing the best we can for everyone.
And she'll kind of like just do a little light scoff and just kind of be like, you think we're feasting on this?
Alright, this clearly isn't working. Here, I'm going to let you leave quietly, or your kneecaps will look like the last person that stole.
Intimidation.
Do you point to the bloodstain on the floor?
Absolutely. 10.
She'll just kind of like, her eyes will narrow at you and she'll keep her hands up. She's like, fine. But I won't be the last one. And
Okay,
then
I guess
she'll
you
walk
gotta go for the kneecap. Lightly.
Time to break the kneecap.
out. Yes, and she, with her arms raised, is going to walk out the door.
You kind of like scrape the kneecap with a bat.
Alright,
Not worth the arrow.
Yeah. I'm gonna hand the broken arrow that I've had this whole time that I forgot to hand back to you.
Throws it away.
Do you just toss into the...
You hear a little clink, clink, clink as you throw it behind you.
Do you hear it stab another thief?
Ow!
Damn, that's group
My
number
leg.
three.
Is everybody stealing from the storehouse? We just catch Gunnar in the corner.
He actually like saw us talking about
He's like licking a block of salt.
he actually saw us talking about like what do we think he's up to and just only crying and depressive things that he's just in the corner quietly sobbing.
And licking his salt.
Right?
Gunnar, Eric 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
How's Eric doing?
Oh yeah. How's his wife doing?
I don't know. Maybe you should cast Sending.
Yeah.
But, anyway, a couple more hours pass. And eventually, there is you have a couple times prior, there's a polite knock on the door from what appears to be three guards with spears.
Oh no, someone's reporting the fact that they're being shot in the knee.
Hello?
Hello?
They open the door and they're just like, oh, they finally have people watching this place. And, they kind of walk in, they're just like, oh, we're just here for some supplies for the western wall, just to feed some of the soldiers up there. Inside check?
Absolutely. I've been inciting everyone who's walked in here. 24.
24? Yeah. Those spears are not official. They're wearing makeshifty stuff,
Gonna just give Rickard a look real fast. Then the doors close.
One of them drops the spear. Dunk, dunk.
Alright, and that's the proof we needed?
Who's your commanding officer?
Run! And then they...
Kneecap!
there are three of them.
Uh-huh.
So the two in the back, one who dropped a spear and the other one. Those two, the one that dropped a spear is going to run for the back door because they're in the middle of the room at that point. The other two are going to go for the front door.
The one who's running to the back, he's gonna make me a wisdom saving.
The two that are going to the front door, they're each gonna...
They're gonna get arrowed.
They're kneecaps.
Ooh, I rolled an 18. I'm so sorry.
Oh god.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, it's just first level spell slots.
He gets to hear the screams unimpeded by magic.
That was an 11 to hit.
Oh, that's what I'm going to do now.
Can we just
Twelve to hit.
What?
12 to probably hit.
I rolled a 2 and a 3, an 11 and a 12.
11 and 12, what two? Hold on.
Commoners do not have high AC.
Well, they are wearing armor.
Guards have like 11.
That was the problem.
No, guards have
that's right.
16.
Damn.
But that's because they're wearing chain
Keep
now.
opening
I will
it.
say one of them misses, one of them hits.
Okay.
Where I'll say one of them hit. You get someone in the ass. I'll say that.
Okay.
You get someone in the ass, and the other person, there's one that kind of goes right by their shoulder, and it hits a bag of grain that just kind of spills out a little bit.
Okay.
And so one is out the door. The one that went through the back is out the door, and then you have one person with an arrow in their ass, keeled over on the ground like this.
Oh, this is really unfortunate for this one.
Well, that's all we need.
Yeah.
The ass is mostly fat.
They don't need
It
that.
still hurts. He you see him he's trying to crawl towards the door, but he tries to stand up with this.
That looks like it hurts.
Fuck off. And then you see him kind of grab his spear a little bit and try to use it to get himself up.
I don't think you want him to fuck off. I think he's the only one that could really make you feel better right now.
Or worse.
Or worse.
What do you want? You got me.
Where'd you get these uniforms?
You look around the room.
We really need to put a lock on these doors.
I don't know why you guys are staking out Odell and Gunnar put a guard in here.
Yeah, there were guards in here. They just weren't good at what they're trying. You guys just have impeccable passive perception.
We're a bit too built for this.
Guards have 12.
Hey,
You can at least have them stare directly at the spears and armor.
so, would you like to get off easy?
As he tries to bring himself up, and he eventually kind of fails to get himself more off the ground. He throws spear to the side. He's just fine.
What are the names of your friends?
Persuasion.
It's not good, is it? I can't even see what it is, but that reaction's not great.
10. We're great for the finding people, not talking to them.
Fuck if I'll tell you. He spits on the ground.
He's chosen
Alright.
the hard way.
Well, I guess...
Let me rephrase this. Have you been watching this place all night? Have you been seeing who comes in and out?
Roll. Whatever
Just
you're
roll.
doing. Just...
I haven't even got to the roll yet.
Okay. He'll hesitate. Give yourself some more time to monologue.
Not my hair.
The first person who came here left with a kneecap thoroughly shattered from one arrow I fired. He'll be limping for the rest of his life, probably. He healed him up good. You currently have a flesh wound right in your ass. You could come off really easy or get a lot worse.
He's also the cleric at the healing depot. So
I'm
you
gonna-
don't get that
Because
fixed.
he can't really see me, I'm gonna lip to you, pull your bow, and I'm gonna thaumaturgy it louder.
So he hears the pulls back. He's just roll that with advantage.
Okay. Watch they fuck this up.
2 and 3, 2 and 3.
Okay.
So that's 18.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you.
Alrighty.
The guy who walked in charge, his name is Falagi. The other guy's name is Helgi, and my name is where was it? And my name is Randolph.
Good to meet you, Randall.
Now you have names to take to the law speaker who can do his job as a law speaker.
Alrighty.
I'm glad you were able to get off easy. Now, the downside is...
Guilty man. I get off with all my clients.
That's why I got my my therapist license revoked.
Oh, no.
Now,
Dr. Phil.
Now, the downside is, this is still gonna hurt a lot.
Might want to
What-
bite down
what are
on
you
the
doing?
shaft of the spear.
What are you doing?
Now,
What are you
bite
doing?
this real fast.
Wait, what is this for? What are you doing?
Put it
Don't-
right between your
don't-
teeth. Bite.
Don't do that. No.
Yeah. Do you want the arrow still in your ass?
He bites down on
That's
it.
what I thought. Oh, this is gonna hurt even more.
Do
than
you
the
pull
other
it
guy.
out the most painful way you can?
I
You
can't.
twist it as you pull it out.
Oh,
Just
Most
a
people
little.
poke it through, but I like pulling it back out.
well, see, you can't poke it through given the area it is. You do have to pull
Yeah.
it out.
You
the way
just
it
have to
went in.
push it through the dick.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, pull it out, do my best to make it not necessarily as painful as possible, but not painlessly either.
As you pull it out, because he was at 1 HP, he is out on the ground.
Oh, scare the
Can I
die.
request something?
Yes, go ahead.
Medicine check.
Yeah, I'll roll medicine.
Just because
What happens if you leave
no
a
one ever
bee?
does medicine checks. Let's see how nice you do this.
Oh, no. Oh, 13.
Man, he's unconscious now. That must have hurt.
That must have hurt a lot. I'm not even gonna waste the spell slot. Spare the dying. He's not gonna die from
Okay,
this
he's
now.
stabilized. He's not dead.
So, does Spirit of
Which-
Dying kill off any, lingering bacteria? Will he get, an infection and die?
No, he's just not dead right now.
It just means that he's not dead right now.
So he'll
you know
probably get this wound infected and die in a
You know
couple
what the
of
fun
months.
thing is now? We know the names of his friends, and he's still here.
It's true.
Where's the nearest guard?
Alright, that is your last encounter. So, do you wish to just kind of drag his body? Because you guys are both weak motherfuckers. You guys are like dragging him by the legs through the town.
We got the old fucking the little fuck dragging his body.
So you're dragging someone who appears to be a god.
No.
So the first two, they're just petty criminals. We got an organization here. This is the one we got to crack down on.
Yeah, this is the one we were actively looking for. The other people were just desperate. Unless they were also involved in organized crime, in which case that sucks for these
In which
three.
case, we made the wrong decision, and we probably should have kept the arrow in.
You should have killed the hobo for the first one.
But I consider this
a success.
Do you go talk to the law speaker, or you just chuck him over to a guard?
Proved it wasn't Nana. No, actually, we haven't proved anything yet. We've just proven that people steal.
Yeah,
A lot. Very frequently.
Yeah.
We really need to put a lock on
We've
these
proven
doors.
that Gunnar's
That
force is
something we
utterly
have proven
incompetent.
too. We need a lock.
They don't even have to stand guard inside. They just have to stand outside the
Maybe we'll have
doors.
a
No one
wizard?
goes through the door.
There are probably
Arcane
windows
lock.
too, but
God, imagine what's
this
a
is
wizard.
God,
oversimplified
imagine
for
having good
their own
spells
sake.
like arcane lock and knock and.
God,
Alright, I'm out of good wizards. This is the only two.
alarm would have been really good for this too.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that every time someone legitimately goes through, it's also ringing off alarm bells in your head.
Yeah, I suppose you really can't specify too well for alarm that, it has to be, someone going in here to thieve. Like, alarm's not going to know that.
Yeah.
You got to use a combination of alarm,
You have to attach it to detect
Magic
good
eye.
and evil.
The glyph of warding is in and of itself connected to the alarm spell.
Alright, so you guys do drag him to Svend or just to a guard just to say, hey.
Well, we're gonna drag him to a guard so we don't have to drag the body anymore.
And then you
They
drag.
know who you are,
Yeah.
so.
And then you have the guard dragging this.
Yeah, then we're gonna have the guard take him to Svend with
Okay,
us.
so you guys share the names.
Yeah.
We share the names. You say that last guy. He was absolutely a snitch. He should get off easy. He's gonna be kicked. He's gonna get his ass kicked by his friends.
Alright. I'll say it's evening time by the time that all happens. So you guys are instructed to stake it out for a little bit longer. So you do stay there for a couple more hours if there's anything else you two wish to talk about. But otherwise, that is.
Do you drive home to Svend that there are guard impersonators wandering the town?
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
Of the two people who are most likely to tell someone that it is
Absolutely.
the nosy fucks.
So, up next, you two.
I wrote down stuff. We wrote notes.
Okay.
We are horrible people.
Okay.
So you guys are basically instructed, it's just like, hey, go over here, talk to this particular group of guards that's just has a couple doubts. And then when you're done, come back to the estate and you'll be done basically.
We have the list of spiels for Odell's propaganda.
Yeah, you guys eventually kind of get up to one of the wall areas, and then there are a bunch of people from the ground kind of staring up at you.
You do
Arms
have better
crossed.
charisma, though.
I do have better.
Discontent.
People say that you've said it.
Yeah, I-
Judging
Tommy-
stares.
Tavi's saying this.
Tavi
'cause
says
Tavi
things.
has charisma, Tiril does not.
Okay.
Chorizo?
Got the Riz.
So mostly about his experience
Just pull the
and
band
war beforehand, as well as the fact that he was a democratically elected leader.
What's a Democrat?
People
one of the
want him
Josh-
to lead back in Gale.
Also, not necessarily that he worked with Hilda, but that he knows Hilda's tactics and ways.
So do you bring up the Goliath sieges then?
Yeah, at least briefly.
Alright. So as you do bring it up,
Oh, please talk about it at length.
Yeah. as you do bring it up,
I'm
there
not
is
there.
you do get a little bit of a it's less of a heckling where it's just fuck you. It's more of a address this. Where one of them pipes up a little bit, it's just but they lost.
What about the droid attack on the Woodies? Wookiees, fuck.
Counterpoint,
The
Hilda
snake in
also
their boots.
lost.
Yeah,
Counterpoint.
The Woodies.
counterpoint. Yeah, so she drove her army through freezing cold with limited resources. She's probably gonna do that again, and that's not gonna be great for her. Well, we're walled off in a nice city.
Persuasion.
That's good.
I have guidance.
Yeah.
Is that a D4?
Yes.
D4s. No, I never found the one that dropped off this base.
Would you like a D4?
I got one.
Okay.
Oh, what's my persuasion? Oh, I have good persuasion. Scared. Oof, okay. That's... doing math. 12... 15.
15? You see, like, a couple, like, okay. Another guy pipes up a little bit, and he's just like, what about the one fighting for us? What are you gonna do with him?
This battle's not currently against the Goliaths. We're not battling them today. We can use the help.
He hates her as much as much as we hate her.
He probably hates her as much as he hates us.
Yeah, but he's not trying to kill you.
I'm pretty sure he
Not
hates
yet.
her more. I would bet money that he hates her more.
Who's to say he won't, in the middle of the battle, kill us?
Weird to see.
Huh?
Goliaths fight for no one but themselves.
Especially Stonk.
Especially.
Stonk is absolutely going to roll his first 12.
It won't be his first.
We can tell them about the fact that he was the one that wished
Yeah, I was
for
just
Beruvik.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Was the best.
Yeah, it was his choice to save this town. It was his wish in the tournament.
You get many skeptical stares. Make a persuasion check.
Oh, yeah.
Himstuffed?
Oh, I'm gonna fail this.
Himstuffed?
Whom's
You could probably give help.
Yeah.
Like,
Can I
back
help?
up the story.
Back pat.
Yeah.
Help.
Sure.
I was there, I saw this. I'm a paladin at
It's
4.
true.
When I
I
run,
saw him do it, or something like that.
I've seen it with my own eye.
But that's not true because you
What?
didn't.
What? They don't need to know that
They
that's
don't.
allowed. They don't know how the wishes work. They just know that it happens.
We love to see it.
What was it?
Tiril's making an argument and just
24.
Not
20.
That's a
And
Not
they-
20, 24.
And they kind of go,
Oh.
like, what?
You
Really?
stopped recording, dude.
Yes.
And you see, like, their stares kind of go from, like, angry to, like, really? Like, oh,
now they're just
okay.
baffled.
Okay. And the heckling stops.
Go. Great. We won.
Is there anything else?
What else did I write about him? I don't know.
Amoka's definitely
You
gonna
could
make some
say that
noise
you
next to
know,
that
like,
mic.
him. Like, you I don't know if you want to admit that you're, family, but you could say that you personally know
not
him.
He loves you.
And that you can vouch for his leadership.
Yeah.
That he is also, like, a warrior. Like, he's not just a leader, he is also a warrior,
I can mention some shit. It's like, oh, he's taught me everything I know. He's a great warrior.
Yeah, you could also
And
be
then
like,
you
he
also
fought.
won in the tournament. So
Like, he fought in, like, tournaments with. He lost right away, but he fought in the tournaments.
He did.
He did.
and he survived. Which is the important part.
In the.
I mean,
When you guys.
obviously, he survived. He's here.
Yeah.
I like to imagine whenever you're using the help action, just being a hype man. Like, oh shit, you look at that! Check
You
that!
tell him!
You tell him!
Did I say stuff about Galethorpe soldier? He did bring like a whole horde of Galethorpe soldiers.
Yeah, he
did.
And those are also way more experienced than a lot of people that are being trained here.
Yeah.
One of them will kind of bring up, though, like... And this is, like, less heckling now, and now it's like they kind of, like, come towards you. It's more of a discussion at this point. You've, lowered their stress levels for sure at this point. But one of them asks, like... Sure, you say all of these kind things about him, and we have no, like... We believe he will help us, but what puts him in the like, what makes him, like, a better leader? Like, why him? He doesn't know Beruvik. This is the first time he's ever been here. How can he defend a city that he does not know from the inside out, like, for example, Svend would?
He is not simply leading himself. He is open to collaboration. He's open to input from the
He's a
community.
thoughtful man. And they kind of go, oh, okay.
He's a military advisor.
Yeah, like he, as much as he doesn't know this town,
He is working
he's
with
learning,
Svend, yeah.
and he is working with
What
us.
about Gunnar?
What about
Could also point out that this is a temporary position, just until the siege is
Yeah.
over.
Gunnar allowed this temporary position.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Okay.
I never thought about it like that.
Oh,
If you see Gunnar, make sure to thank him.
Oh, God.
If you see him, make sure to tell him what a wise and kind leader he is. Hey, Gunnar, I just want to thank you
And
for
one will
settling
ask, is he
down.
unwell?
That's a more ways than one.
Good question.
In a siege, we're all the same
You could
amount
say,
of
like,
wellness
stress
for one
about them,
community.
maybe. Like he's unexperienced with war and sieges. I believe that the stress got to him.
they're like less like, oh, okay, more like, like okay.
Yeah, that's my belief.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like okay.
I'm not gonna
okay.
say like that's what happened.
You're not gonna say, yeah, we helped depose him.
Yeah.
We called him a little bitch, and he didn't back himself up, so obviously that means he is a little bitch.
Yeah, you're like, okay. You're like, that's fair. That's fair. And you guys succeed on your encounter. And you make your way back to Gunnar's estate.
Wahoo!
Wonderful.
Well done.
I'm excited for this
I
part.
got my nat 20. I'm so happy.
You guys are just kind of perusing the halls. You've told Odell at this point, like, that you did a good job. Odell, like, gave you that approving nod. Tavi, your heart is over the moon. He didn't say
All going
anything,
well.
but that nod was just like, oh yeah, baby, I am...
It's
One of those
temporary high.
man nods
He-
that's like,
Yeah, like that. Like, good work, son. He didn't say son, though.
Tavi got the big thumbs up from Pop.
Yeah, he did. So you're feeling, like, pretty good, like, because...
thumbs up from dear old dad.
Exactly. But as you two are walking down the hallway, you walk kind of near where the courtyard would be, and
It's Ingvald to win.
you walk towards where the where the courtyard would be, and you notice like a servant woman with her ear up against one of the doors, and she sees you guys. Just shh, shh.
what? I'll just join up. Sorry, I'll do that.
Do you join?
Kind of do.
Yeah.
We're young and stupid.
you're like snooping.
Wait, guidance.
If Dobby does it, then I probably
You're not
will.
there, are you?
No, see, you could have guidance.
Yeah, guidance.
Yeah, guidance.
Guidance, the lady who's listening.
So she, as she's kind of pushed up the wall, she's like, "Shh, be quiet." You guys come closer, and she'll be like, "Over here." Like she doesn't mind that you guys are joining in, but she like gestures like, "Be fucking quiet. Whatever's going on, we can't fucking hear this."
Spill the tea.
You hear behind the door what would be a kind of familiar voice to both of you. Ihar.
Oh shit. Run. Let's run. You don't need to hear it. Run.
Yes, the Avnordians are disorganized, weak. Look how quickly they deposed of their chieftain. You hear the reply of Ingvald. The situation isn't ideal, but I doubt the oncoming armies know how to deal with the power of a Jotun. Ihar responds, yes, Ingvald, but the presence of power always attracts more. Ingvald responds, oh, our dedication to the Seether, after all those years, will finally be put to use. We have been recognized. I assure you that we will not fail. Ihar responds, oh, darling, it's not you who I'm worried about. Ingvald says, like, then why did you ask to speak with me today? Rumor has it that the Maestari's wife has gone missing. He must be lonely. Harpa, which is the name of the girl, like lets out a little meek gasp and just goes.
They
People all
absolutely.
make a stealth check, please.
Balls! Guidance me, please!
Yes.
Or you can give Tavi advantage through the help action, and you just kind of like stick with your flat
I
stuff.
have good stuff.
Or consider.
We
Or is
without
Tavi wearing
trace.
his armor?
You don't have that?
Would Tavi have worn his armor to that discussion?
Are we, like, anticipating the siege, like, any day, or is it, like, we have time still?
You're in the preparation stage, but you could spot something any day. But that doesn't mean that
you'd have enough time for the army to get to the wall. You'd have time to put your armor on.
Yeah.
Okay, then, no armor.
Yeah,
No,
armor
no-
then.
no big
okay,
wood.
okay, then you don't have to roll disadvantage. So then you
Oh my
both can roll
guidance.
flat then. Is guidance a bonus action?
I don't know.
Guidance is an action.
Oh, if guidance is an action, then that means you'd have to use your flat stealth, Tiril.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
No, it isn't.
Never mind,
actually.
alright.
Yeah.
It's
Look at
getting
flash
changed to a reaction,
Yeah,
which I agree with a lot more.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Or even just
So
a
are
bonus
you
action.
rolling? Are you giving guidance or are you rolling stealth? You pick one.
Just roll stuff.
if you,
Okay.
If I die, I die alone.
Okay.
if my grandma finds you, good luck.
Yes, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fucked.
You should turn into a weasel.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, 19 plus stuff.
Okay.
That's not good. It's
What
like
was it?
Sounds.
It's gonna be a 4.
A 4. You like stumble a little bit And like the woman's just, oh shit, you hear
Run!
silence. and she's like, you gotta go now.
Okay.
Go.
Do you, while
runs away.
while you're running away, do you like make a noise that makes the current, like the noise you just made, less suspicious? Like you're a guard running through the hall or something like that. So some form of deception, or do you just book it?
Is that something I can do?
Yeah, you can do that.
Also, are you leaving this poor maid lady to her fate?
Performance or deception?
Oh.
Would that be performance?
What kind, what kind of role would that be?
That'd be performance
As
Deception.
or deception.
as a paladin, are you leaving this
Same.
poor maid lady to face the wrath of Graham?
Yeah, she's supposed to be here. It's not suspicious that she's here. God, I can't talk today. It's fine. Performance 13.
With a 13, you hear like one of them go like, "What's it?" Like you hear Idun just kind of go like, "What's that?" And you said you rolled a 13.
Yeah.
5.
Thank God.
It's like, oh, must have just been a guard. Okay. But Idun like said like he must be lonely. Harper let out a little bit of a gasp. Tavi stumbled and bolted down the hall. They're like, oh, it just must be the wind. And you and Harper both let out a Tavi's gone, but it's just you two listening now. Ingeborg pipes up. It's just like, what? Are you asking me to? Idun responds, you're the only one who can do this. Ingeborg, why do you ask this of me? Idun responds in Giant, which you cannot understand. Fy þú ert horan, Ingeborg. Silence. Þú hæfur fokað alla karlmenn sem þú hæfur hitt. Það sem þú ert góðri. The sound of footsteps comes towards the door.
Turn into
They're at the door. You're in a hallway.
Turn into a spider and go up the door.
You have to act as inconspicuous as possible, so that
How
either means
tiny of a spot could I be? A rat?
you could be a rat,
Just
You're the
but you would be leaving the little servant girl all by herself.
Here's what you do.
Turn
You
into
turn
a giant eagle and carry.
Here's what you do. You turn into a rat. You act like a rat's attacking the maid. You're like, oh shit, a rat attacking a maid, and then they just kill you.
Yeah.
Oh shit, a
Well,
rat.
technically,
Oh,
they
shit.
hit you.
Oh,
You
rat.
go down from 1 HP to 0 HP.
Yeah.
And you turn back into a druid.
They absolutely would use magic missile. You
Yeah.
can't do shit.
Yeah, she's gonna kind of grab on you. She's like, we gotta come up with something. Why are we here? Oh fuck!
Start kissing.
She pulls you in like you two are making up against the wall. And she even as she pulls towards, she pulls out a breast of her shirt a little bit. As Ingeborg opens the door, turns towards you two, she lets out a little pulls out the shirt and runs away. Can you roll a performance check for me, please, or a deception?
I honestly think Tiril's honest reaction should be like,
Yeah, I'll say
"Well,
with advantage
I will
because
be very embarrassed. I'll
yeah.
look very
Yeah,
embarrassed."
the face turns red.
Oh my god.
You gotta see if the kissing was convincing.
Performance
Was she a good
check
kisser
is
at
very-
least?
Yeah.
Are you two gonna hook up later?
Dirty 20.
I have a +1.
Oh my god! So she puts her breast back into the dress and she's like, ah! And then she holds up her hand to her mouth and just kind of runs away embarrassed, and your face has just turned completely red, and you're just like, oh, I'm sorry, and she just looks at you like, fuck is wrong with you?
Lesbians in my town?
Sorry.
Honestly, she probably would have forgiven you more for just eavesdropping.
She scoffs at you a bit and just kind of walks in the other direction. You guys are safe.
You've lost all credibility forever.
Yo, what happened?
I saw the
You
maid
can
run
tell
away.
something is wrong, but you don't know what happened.
Tiril's gonna be drinking a lot after
I'm
that.
dog shit, so I'm like, oh.
Tiril, was this an awakening moment for you?
I don't know if it was an awakening, but
It was a moment.
It was
I was
something.
a woman.
Yeah, it
You can
happened.
thank Josh for that.
I mean, that's
I just threw the idea.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was just like, oh, this is like exactly what someone would do in
Yeah.
like a movie.
Yeah, that's basic. Yeah, that's what happened.
was
And
pretty
it
great.
worked. It fucking worked.
I'm glad
That's
it
what
worked.
I
I
was
wouldn't have
thinking
thought
too,
of that
so-
because I'd be too embarrassed to say something like that.
All right.
Nana time.
Nanata.
All right, Josh, you figured out how you're gonna do this?
No, I haven't gotten any thought.
Keep in mind, you can always translate someone else. You don't have to be the one speaking to them.
Yeah, there's only 2 of them there.
Thankfully, it's just me and Elric, and we both speak giant, so
All right.
we
so
don't
you
have
should
any
be
issues.
sorry.
Do we want to talk to Ingvald about it?
No, not particularly.
Okay.
We'll get to him later.
Stonk never wants to talk to you.
You just walk with Ingvald. Buddy,
I don't know.
buddy, hey, buddy.
Could
Hey,
you
buddy,
just
I know you're taking a nap right now, but I need to ask you an important question.
could
Are
you
you-
just not do wind for a minute?
Yeah. Just stop it.
You're kind of cramping Nana's style.
You bring up,
Cramping this one troll style.
and we kind of already paid her in advance because we're
Hey.
big dumb like that.
Hey, Ingvald, I hear you're single. You know who else is single?
All right. So, you guys make your way over to the large barn where Nana is, and you notice that kind of like as you walk in, just kind of open like the large barn door. You notice Hogar and Rar, the other two ice trolls, just kind of like sitting on the ground. One of them like with a cow that he's just like bitten in half, like just kind of chewing on it. And Nana is still like very kind of slowly at her own pace, like working on her own stuff. But as she notices you walk in, she's like, "Welcome. How may Nana the Frozen assist you?"
Well, we heard reports that you're worried about Ingvald's presence here.
Oh yes, it worries me that his influence over the winds will be, well, inconvenient to the change of weather.
So, you would ask us to do what?
Well, and she like turns her whole body towards you now, and you're just like, "Ew, she's ugly."
or is she? Are you into it?
And she says, "You wanted mine and my son's help defending Beruvik. How do you expect us to defend this city to the best of our abilities when, well, our abilities are rendered useless?"
Can I insight? Is she overblowing her position to try to get more out of us?
Please do insights, because I can do them.
I think her tone of voice is too nice. She's being too genuinely
I'm gonna go on a
helpful.
rant here in a second, but I want to make sure that I'm not wrong.
That's a 2.
That's a 19.
Oh, I saw it was
Oh,
a 2. You're
God.
19 plus,
Plus?
probably good stuff.
Insight.
Yeah.
24.
You note that it's also like a distaste for Ingvald. Like she does not like that he is here.
Okay, does she sound like this is genuinely a problem, or is she overstating her position?
Both.
Okay.
A little bit of drama, a little bit of truth.
So she could probably do it, but it still would be hard.
Mm-hmm.
Are you implying that you are not what we paid for? We've already gotten most of the livestock for this town. Are you saying that the presence of another entity to defend this place is too much for your magics?
A god, yes.
And I would say a god is worth a little bit more than you three. So, your position has become a little less in demand.
Are you trying to kick her out?
If you have no use for Nana the Frozen and her sons, we will gladly take what we are owed and leave, if that is what you so wish.
The agreement was that you help defend us, and you get your reward. If you leave now, then you will leave with nothing but what you have already taken.
We wish to help with what we can offer. I offer the ability to influence the winds.
And we have the
cold.
god of the winds on our side, so how are you important?
Yaklama could freeze Ingvald in his step.
When I insight check that one? I don't know.
22.
She will say.
Do I believe it?
You know what? You've actually probably dealt with him a bit where you're from. Yeah, you kind of believe it sometimes.
Okay. You see Alric behind you going, damn, yeah, okay.
On a good day.
Yeah.
Or bad day, depending on how you frame it.
Good day.
I'm not aiming to threaten you and throw you out without your payment. I still believe that you and your sons are of use to this town. But you must understand that if it were to come to it, we would choose Ingvald before you. His presence will be at this battle, whether you like it or not.
The wind cannot push away the foreboding winter, now can it? What will you do to protect this town once it gets colder?
Once it gets colder, we won't be here, and it won't be our problem.
She kind of like chuckles to herself.
It's
and
like, damn. Yeah, okay.
she chuckles to herself and like kind of holds her hand up to her chest and goes, "Oh,
I see. Well, regardless if this town survives, we will help to our best abilities, but the cold, well, that will kill everyone without us."
Could you not work with him? He controls the wind, you control the cold.
Would he be willing?
They find some funny.
I think it's possible he could be persuaded. I say slightly doubtfully.
It's possible.
can you roll persuasion for me? Just to see how confident you sound.
I feel like I have to roll persuasion against my goddamn self.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
that's not horrible.
So
12.
with a 12, like she kind of
It's like, I sort of believe it.
she'll look down at you and she'll say,
If that is the case, and he is willing to be cooperative, apologies if I'm hesitant to believe you, but I need a little bit more proof that he'd be willing to do so before I agree.
Does she need to control the winds to control the cold, or can she just focus on cold and leave wind
she
to
can
wind?
focus on cold, but it'll be distracting for her to only control one of them.
So they have to tag team for it to not be hard.
Right. Otherwise, they're actively fighting against each other.
So I know she fucking hates him. Does Ingvald have any theological takes on witchy ice trolls?
Yeah, roll a history or religion checks.
Because I am a priest of Ingvald. I know these things. 18.
Okay, so ice trolls for the most part do worship Yaklama, and the main opinions of the three, so the Tavesta, Thor, and Ingvald all kind of have like a similar vibe when it comes to the ice trolls in Yaklama. Similar to Ahma, Yaklama is by himself like kind of like a very powerful entity. However, he is much more reserved in when he uses his abilities. And the ice trolls are quite similar. They aren't willy-nilly like using their magic because they can. They only use it when they believe it is like very, very important. So Ingvald kind of thinks of them as like kind of maniacs in that sense, where it's just like you could worship anybody and you're choosing the one that freezes your babies alive. Like, that's kind of whack, man.
Do you think so? Could I think maybe he'd think it'd be kind of funny? Would he think it's entertaining?
Funny, probably not. Like, weird, yeah.
He probably wouldn't enjoy cooperating.
No.
Okay, so we'd have to give him a reason to do it.
Yes.
Okay, well, I've made my case.
Fucking hell.
So, what are we trying to get out of this?
She's just asking, like, if you can give me proof
that Ingvald is willing to work with me, then I can give you, like, my full... I can confidently tell you that this is going to work and we will all work together. But she needs proof from him that he'll work with her in order for her to work with him.
I think we could at least convince him not to actively interfere with you. That much I could probably say for sure.
Perhaps. We will attempt. But just remember, if he says no, then it's up to you on what you do next.
She'll nod her head and say, I appreciate your efforts. I understand if communicating with none of the Frozen is difficult for... and she'll kind of, like, look at Stonk to, like, gesture towards them. Smaller folk. However, and she'll say, I appreciate the fact that you still try. And so she'll grab, like, a tiny little vial off of her thing, and she'll go, a little bit of troll's blood, if you wish. And she'll, like, between her fingers just kind of give you, like, what appears to be a health potion.
I will take that.
Appears the keyword.
Yeah, that's the key word.
Can I take... I will wait till we're outside of her.
To smell it.
Could I take a look at that? I'm a bit of an alchemist myself.
Go for it.
Do you
Medicine?
guys leave?
Yeah, this is not in front of her.
We're not doing this in front of her.
Medicine check, arcane check.
Sniff her blood in front of her.
Damn, okay. I'm using all my good rolls, so when the combat starts, I'll die. 23.
Yeah, this definitely would work, but like troll magic does, there tends to be a little bit of a
Side effect?
twinge or side effect to it. You have no idea what it could be, but you can assume, like,
Will it be
this will work.
Will it be harmful, neutral?
It'll be inconvenient. It's not going to...
It won't be debilitating.
It won't be debilitating, but it'll, like... For example, like, this isn't the exact effect of this thing, but if you were to drink it, you might, like, have the shits, like, the next couple days, or you might, like, get a really bad headache, or you might get another toe, something like that. You know, just something
growing
weird.
tusks.
Yeah.
Free toe.
Your teeth might get bigger or something fucking weird.
This will work, but it's meant for trolls, so if we use it, it will do things that's not meant to do for humans.
It's not meant for trolls, it's just fucked up. It would fuck up a troll too. Maybe a little less, but...
Any idea on what it will do?
It won't probably be anything too horrible at the moment, but it might make you shit your pants. It might make you, I don't know, turn purple. It's hard to say. Whatever a troll think is funny.
No, I wouldn't want to shit my pants or turn purple.
He's like, I don't know, man. You'll just do something funky.
You'll get a rash, something like that.
So,
Every time you go outside in snow, you fart. I don't know, man.
if I understand it, it's
It's not gonna fuck you up, but it's gonna be
a
inconvenient.
healing potion asterisk.
Yes.
right?
It'll heal you with a side effect.
Yes.
Okay. And it has no other benefit besides healing.
No.
Okay.
It's healing potion, but
It
worse.
heals you, but now you're sterile.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
The touching.
So that would be like an emergency.
Yeah.
So
I'll
use
hold on
use
to
your
it.
normal healing potions and then use that one.
Mhm.
I don't think I have any normal healing potions, so I'll take it and just deal with the consequences if I have to take it.
So whether or not it has sounded like it, Nana has liked you guys the whole time.
Does she think we're funny?
You guys are like,
Okay.
God, fuck her.
He's
I
like,
need you to get up because I need to pee.
no, you're not allowed.
Pee right there, you won.
I won't do that. I'm sorry, that's...
You'd have to clean it
I
up.
I like
do
her two
that.
interactions with Nana are,
I do have
hey, Gunnar's a
3
little bitch
potions of
complaining
healing.
about you, what he wants to do about it, and you're a little bitch. Please work for us. I'm scaring you. I'm a big giant man, even though I'm like half your size.
He's a little cutie. He's a little cute guy. Look at him, he's so small.
Power bombs Vanna.
Is Stonk like the little frog that's the war frog, the little squeak?
No, that's Slanei.
We heard Stonk's Sonner's war cry.
Yeah. The sonorous war cry of the, what was it?
Very angry.
Of a very angry frog. Alright. Do we wish to continue then?
So I'm writing in the character or the description. A potion of healing with
Funky.
With a strange effect.
With a strange.
You can say
effect.
troll potion or something. Troll.
I just said troll blood.
Yeah, that's fine.
With AIDS.
There we go.
Honestly, Elric, it might actually benefit you in the future to, like, ask for some troll blood, just to, like, use in your own shit. It's just her type of magic will give you, like, a weird funky thing, but you can use it for other beneficial things.
If one of the
Snort troll blood.
if
Yeah,
one of the
you could
trolls
do that.
just happened to die,
You
in
guys
the
could
siege,
you guys could actually, now that I think about it, you could theoretically sacrifice troll blood to Ahma. And remember how we talked about how, like, Cocaine Bear, like,
Yes.
cocaine. You could get Ahma high as fuck on troll blood.
That's right. What do you say?
How do you feel about getting your god high? What happens if the god of the wild gets high?
We talked about this. It'll
Oh.
be fucking bad.
Okay.
So,
Cocaine bear.
Tiril. While everybody is about their business, you and Tavi have finished your business for the day. You get a letter, actually, that's delivered towards you. In a very fancy lettering. Tiril, spelled wrong.
Love that.
You open it?
Yeah.
It asks you to meet Ingvald on the southern wall.
Oh no.
It's about your wish.
he's gonna push you off.
Yeah.
All Ihminen will be independent if they're all dead.
That's his solution.
Alright, you make your way over? You make your way through the paths of snow to the southern wall and climb up the stairs of one of the watchtowers. Standing on one of the edges of the walls, looking over the waves of snow from the sky, is Ingvald. He's the size of a human at the moment, maybe a little bit shorter than yourself. He turns his body towards you. Tiril!
Tiril?
Hello.
What I walk back into?
Tyrell.
Tiril.
He smiles and holds out his arm. How's it been?
Cold.
and he laughs a little bit. He's just like, yes, it is winter. And he's and he'll actually kind of like gesture a little bit towards you and be like, Beruvik, I haven't been here in 50, 60 years. Shame I can't see shit with the snow. And he'll kind of like wave his arms and go like, anyway, see, Tiril, I've been thinking more about your wish. Right?
Oh, this is Ingvald. Oh.
It was a hard one, I won't lie. I thought to myself, what do the Ihminen need to win their cause? It took a few days, but I figured it out, as I always do. You just kind of like nod.
I think Tiril's scared as well. Just like, oh no, what have I done?
He lifts his hand towards the sky and begins to like part the currents of snow. He parts the wind and lets you kind of view further into like the woods. And he steps closer to you, and as he does this, he like wraps his arm around you and points further into the dark wood and says, "Do you see her? Roll perception."
Werewolves. Werewolves.
See her?
Safe, I'm sure.
It's either
She's getting closer.
I do have good perception.
they can win
16
independence
plus
if
8.
they're all
20,
werewolves.
24.
You notice one of the trees in the distance move, as if it's ducking itself behind the others. I told her of your people's plight. They have a protector now. A weapon. What your people want, they will get.
Fuck.
Is it one of Andor's ravens tied
consequences?
taped to a tree?
All I can think of is like, Ahma. Is that
he
Ahma?
he called Ahma over to be like, yeah,
Is it just a
It's
really,
jailbreak
really
time,
high tree?
Ahma.
You don't know.
Go-
What is it?
Oh, you don't know. You know.
Wow, she's really close. I wonder if she can feel her eye. I wonder if I can do my eye like a, Morse signal. I could go.
How will this affect us protecting the town?
One more time.
How will this affect us protecting this town?
Oh. All Ahma knows is that she will follow the will and protect your people. So, whatever they decide to do with that is up to them, but I don't see why they'd bother us.
I don't know, Tiril.
So
Do you see any reason why they would bother us?
there's definitely no Ihminen in charge of Hilda's army.
Yeah, there's no Ihminen in Hilda's army, right?
There's no reason that the Ihminen, when, given freedom,
When
Will not
given
try-
a nuclear weapon.
will not try to, destroy the Andor.
Andor. The battle for Andor.
They'll kill Commander Shran.
No.
And in the case where those two wishes clash of protecting the town. In line.
And then you see him kind of like go through and look over his face. He's just like, yeah, I'm not too worried about that.
Okay.
Well, if Ingvald's not worried, then I'm not.
Yeah, it's fine. If Ingvald says it's fine, it's fine.
Everything's fine.
I figured that, they've spent so much time listening to the orders of the Avnordians that might as well. If they want freedom, it should be on their own terms.
Fucking nuclear plot here.
Time for North Korea.
Yep.
Yay!
You got
This
what
is
you wanted.
Great, I did.
So, Ahma's
You're
super
definitely gonna
powerful,
tell us
right?
this, right?
Yeah.
How does she keep losing her eyeball all the time? Did she freely give it to the Ihminen and it got stolen? Like,
You don't know the source of where they got her eye from. Someone else does.
I'm not there.
Yep, you're not there.
Okay.
Because the rest of you, probably besides Rickard and Slanei, at Gunnar's estate. Tavi, you'd definitely be there. Stonk, Elric, you can decide if you want to be there as well. I'll give you some time to get over here again, Josh.
Oh, I'll take that long. Okay, I'm good.
You good?
You gotta show up and just...
Man, we really are just adding so much powder to this cake.
I've had such a wacky day, man.
I can't wait for the cake that we are just slowly.
Are you just like, okay, my god's
This
right
is
my
a
from me.
bomb.
Also, I made out this morning and that's more
We
important
were
right
adding
now.
black powder to this cake beforehand. Now we just threw
We
the
added
nuke on top of
nitroglycerin.
it.
As this is all going on at the southern wall,
C4.
the sound of a shrill scream from a guard echoes through the halls of Gunnar's estate. Rat! Around the corner reveals a lemming. It's coming around the corner and down the hall. The clanking few soldiers in chainmail follow the small rodent, attempting to shoo it away from them. The small little lemming actually wedges itself under the door of Gunnar's office and in there, and the guards are like, "Get it!" So who's all there for this? It's
guess
everyone but Tiril, Slanei, or Rickard.
I'll be there.
You want it? Stomp wants to be there. You want to be there?
I like
And then-
how we're dealing with a lemming without our druid. We're scared.
Just gonna kill the lemmings. Wait, I have speak with animals, guys.
a few.
I can
Yes, you
speak
do.
with animals.
Yes, you
animals. I just need 10
Um,
minutes.
A
Can
few
you hold
more
it down?
people
I cast,
follow.
I cast
Okay.
fog cloud.
A few more people follow the lemming around the corner, just kind of curious about all the screaming.
Yeah, so
Svend, the law speaker, comes around like, "What? What's going on over here?" And then people are just kind of like pointing towards the door. Do you guys go in Gunnar's office?
I knock.
Just went in there.
Oh,
It just went under the
well.
door.
I just open.
Yeah, you open it.
Well, no.
Are you gonna break the hinges again?
No.
It's
no.
not locked. You're not. This isn't Gunnar's room. This is his office.
Door, you saw a lemming in the office. Do you want us to deal with it?
Yeah, get rid of it.
Okay,
Okay.
fine. Now that I've gotten permission, I'll go in.
Did I ruin your fun?
All
As
right.
long as I just felt like that would be too much.
You open the door, and on Gunnar's table, the lemming stands on its four legs, just staring at you.
Okay. Are there lemmings in my home estate? Do I know if this is normal lemming behavior?
You know that lemmings. Roll a quick nature check about animals.
Okay, my luck can last forever. I think
Lemmings
that's
are definitely
just
not meant to be there.
a
Lemmings are meant to be
14.
in the snow.
I don't know anything about lemmings.
Yeah, I have a
like-
+2 to
Oh no,
nature.
that's I'm not
They're
proficient.
like guinea pig size.
That's an 11.
Guinea pig. All right, so with an 11, you'd know that They're small, but they're fierce.
So it's gonna kick my ass?
Yeah, it'll kick your ass.
I could kill it, but that seems not fun.
As the door opens and it just kind of like stands, it's fucking T-posing right now, and everyone's like, "Shut the fuck!" It just kind of stands there staring at all of you.
I don't know what the fuck.
Okay, I open my satchel. Okay, hold still. I approach it like I'm gonna.
I'm going to get within 10 feet of it.
Oh fuck.
Just gonna look around the room. So, I have a question. How are you all presenting yourself in this situation?
I am.
What does the lemming see?
I am very cautiously and calling like, it's alright. It's alright.
I'm just kind of amused.
And then he's just walking
Fucking
in.
lemming.
I could kill it very easily. I just think that's not entertaining. So I'm going in for a mercy kidnapping. I'm doing the plate and cup maneuver.
As Elric kind of approaches it a little bit more with the satchel, like, there. It looks up at you, and its mouth opens. I have a message.
What?
And everyone is just, ooh.
I don't think I've seen a lemming do that.
Animal messenger.
Everyone goes caveman SpongeBob mode.
That's a druid spell. We're not druids. We don't know you can do that.
Well, we're listening.
Of everyone in this room, who gives off the most I am the leader vibes?
I mean, Stonk is T-posing in the
Stonk
middle
is
of the room.
Yeah.
Stonk exists.
So, it'll focus.
Svend is there, technically.
It's like, who's the leader? Who's the leader? You're the leader, because it's a lemming.
Yeah.
And it will look towards you and just kind of like with its little beady eyes, not showing any form of emotion, but just kind of speaking at you, not to you.
Mm-hmm.
It goes, "Our rage, like this storm, has been brewing under your feet for longer than your Jarls remember. His tempest will not rest until all dues are paid."
Everyone is just kind of like, ooh. Svend, his like brows are furrowing. He's like, what the fuck is this?
This is a very ominous lemming.
"You have Nordians.
Oh.
Never learned our tongue, but we learned yours.
Oh god, it's the moment!
The sound of your defeat does not lie within the war cries of wolves, or the thunderous footsteps of horses. It lies within the pitter-patter of the footsteps you overlook.
Oh god, the lemmings are gonna kill it.
He's the lemming.
Listen now, Nordians.
This is you.
You hide behind your walls like shivering prey.
Oh.
Stonk,
This is a very long answer.
During this message, wherever you are,
Mhm.
your vision, for a split second, falters. You stumble slightly, but not enough for anyone else to notice. Your vision in one eye
Which
fades. Fades white. You see Beruvik from the outside.
Is it from about Is it from about 4 to 6 inches off the ground?
two people from far away stand on the wall. A part of you, against your own will and reason, feels angry.
Wait a second. Is on the wall? Is there one very big person and one very little person?
I specified Ingvald was the size of human.
Oh,
The lemming quickly snaps out of it and out of the intensity of whatever it was speaking and scurries away quickly, squeaking loudly, wee, wee, because lemmings can fucking scream.
Yeah.
So it just starts screaming and like scurries away.
Does Elric catch it?
do I catch
Do
it?
you want to catch
Are
it?
you ready
I'll
with
try.
the
Okay, do a quick dex check then.
I'll wait.
I rolled a 9.
You like try to grab it with your bag, but it like swerves around you, wee, wee, and it begins to run away.
Okay, so
For
I
a
position
total of
myself
12.
within 10 feet. Can I just use my sentinel?
Do you just want to fucking kill it?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
How
I was
good?
about to
How
find out
good
how
of a
fast he
glaive do you have
was,
to be to
druid or
just
not.
hit a goddamn rat?
Now I gotta see what a rat's AC is.
It's way lower than it should be.
It's like 10 or 11.
Oh, it should be less, I think.
Oh,
No.
Oh no, it's just 10.
Alright.
It's 10.
All right, I don't think I can actually fail this, but I can get close. Yeah, no, it's AC plus 8.
It's
so
10.
10.
So as it runs away, Stonk, like, you just gritting your teeth, just...
Do you slice or do you just bonk it?
Collect in
Slice it.
twain.
Yeah, it's cut in half.
Which half?
Is it in?
Oh my god, does it fucking matter?
I will say, whatever just happened, it dies immediately. Everyone kind of, like, looks around shocked. And Svend also appears to be angry by this as well.
I didn't get chosen for that message.
He just seems kind of angry about it, and everyone else is like, what just happened? Like, did you understand what just happened? Like, there's some guards who are just like tapped up, like, what the fuck was
I
that?
would like to
what just
roll
happened?
insight. I
Yeah.
don't have anything tying this to the Ihminen, but can I roll?
Like,
anything
Yeah.
to,
do we
pick
know
up
any
on
history
that?
about, like, mole man,
Yeah,
people
go ahead.
underground?
Roll. Well, what are you trying to figure out?
I mainly want to see if I can discern the group who is sending this threat, basically, because it's
Nature,
not
history.
Hilda.
It just depends. It depends on what.
Yeah.
Do history.
I've got a really
Yours
bad
got
checks on
fulfilled.
all of these,
Yeah,
so
just-
it really doesn't matter.
Just roll
Oh, no.
an intelligence.
Who's
roll.
beneath our feet in pitter patters?
Yeah,
If Tiril told me her wish in the past, can I roll something for this?
you roll with advantage.
Is this history? What is this?
Do nature check.
Were you
for me,
here?
actually.
Nature. No, but Tiril's told me her wish.
Oh no, I was asking if you were at this.
Oh yeah, I was.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Everyone.
Tommy
is-
just wasn't participating.
Tyrell had to go meet God, so
No,
Tyrell's
I
not
just
here.
watched
And Slanei and Rickard are currently
That one.
terrorizing citizens.
Nah.
of
Yes.
Rickard.
It could be anyone.
You know, okay, I'll say this.
Could you recognize the people on the wall
what people on the wall?
through your vision?
Yeah, with
Oh,
your
yeah.
eagle eyes.
Oh my god.
You do.
Wait, no, that doesn't make sense because it's in my right eye and my eagle eye is my left eye. Therefore, I can't.
You
Mr.
saw it out
Ahma's
of
other eye.
The red eye.
I was out of that.
Wait, I thought the red eye was on this
He
side.
turned off your normal eye just so you could only see out the red
I
eye.
thought it
Yeah.
turned off my right eye.
You saw what the vision you saw out of your red eye. But you can't really tell which eye is which when you have double vision.
Yes. Okay, so I could use my eagle eye then. In
I'll
which
say-
case, I would love to use my eagle
If
eye.
you used your eagle eye, I will say you notice a vague outline of a barrel-chested man and an Ihminen woman, which you can very easily connect the dots at another time.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll
They're gonna-
recognize it.
We gotta kill the Avnordians.
So all I really know is that these people are basically declaring war against the Avnordians, and that when I saw through their vision, I saw Ingvald and Tiril,
What you can assume to be Tiril, yes.
and I could sense that they were fucking pissed.
You could
That's all I
Yeah.
know.
basically.
Do we know if it's the Ihminen sent this message, or is it straight from God herself?
God can't speak.
Damn,
God's a woman?
God's a woman?
She's
Tavi,
the
what
woman.
did you roll?
Why would you send this message to Beruvik, or did they send death threats to every city?
Tavi, what did you roll?
19 on nature.
19? Okay.
God damn.
Andor sent you some animal messaging. Druids do this. Druids! Druids!
Mm.
You know some druids.
Fuck, where's Tiril?
Yeah, where is Tiril?
Whoops.
It's a good question.
Terrell, did you tell anyone about this fancy letter you got?
No.
Well, I don't have any proof of who it is, but I do know that they were watching people on the wall, one of which I can assume is Tiril, and they were angry. Therefore, those people are probably in danger, so I'm gonna go to the wall.
Do you just walk out? Do you say anything?
Um,
Do you just leave
Because
spent?
no one else knows about your vision.
I just kind of, as I'm walking out, I'm just like, oh fuck, how do I reassure people?
It's
A
fine.
lemming just threatened us. Don't worry about it, guys.
This happens.
My brain was just like, what animal would the Ihminen use to communicate with them? I'm just like, I'm going to use a small rodent.
They're-
They can
You know,
sneak
if you
in.
don't announce where you're going, I'm just gonna run out. Just go, where the fuck's Tiril?
Someone use a lemming message.
Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna,
You could go to Thyra's
Run
place.
off.
She's a druid.
but I will say, Elric, if you wanna comfort them, tell them what's up.
You notice that, like, as
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
as Tavi and Stonk are like marching their way towards the wall, Elric, you notice Svend is everyone's like, what else happened? What else happened? Svend is like, I understood it just fine. I'll take care of it.
Insight? Did he?
What do you mean, did he?
Does he know that this is a threat from the Ihminen?
Roll insight.
Like, how does he know this?
He's a law speaker. He knows everything.
Plus 5, 11.
No idea. But he knows. You think he knows.
He thinks he knows.
Thinks he knows, yeah.
Okay, I look at him befuddledly.
He'll walk by you. He's gonna go get some shit done.
He's gonna go exterminate a couple, small
Okay,
rodents.
so you're marching off to the wall. Sven is walking past me. What's everyone else doing?
Tavi's with me.
I'm
I'm looking for
Throws
Tiril.
up the
I hope
wall.
you
They
know where
are
you're going.
stationed at the
I
place
know.
right now.
I didn't say where I was going, but I am going to the wall where Tiril would be.
I will go with...
So whether you interpret that as
He
Stonk
knows.
is going to Tiril and he knows, or Stonk is going off wherever, that's up to you.
I think that
You can-
both
What I'm
Stonk...
saying is, you can go with Stonk. You can go somewhere else.
Probably just go with
I
Stonk
think
now.
both Stonk and Sven know what they're saying. And I will have a better chance with Stonk, so I will go with Stonk.
Okay.
You're
You should have gone with
Stonk.
Sven.
All right.
Should have made out with Svend in the
You
hall.
want me to split the party?
So, Tiril, as your conversation with Ingvald ends, like, he eventually, like, leaves. Do you leave the wall, or do you kind of, like, stay up there and just...
I'll stay up there for a little bit, like just like looking out into the woods.
Yeah.
And see if I can get another glimpse.
I'll say that
The
he
glory
actively
of-
had to part the winter for you to see something that far back,
Yeah.
but you were just waiting for, like, the waves to, like, make a clearing for a second, just to, like, verify what you saw.
Is she just, like, default T-posing? Like, what's she doing? She just standing there?
She appeared to have ducked behind some trees.
But also, yes, default T-posing, because God never intended us to actually see this.
I mean, God literally intended us to see it.
Yeah,
He
God,
literally-
God showed
Oh.
us this.
Well,
Showed me Tiril is.
the developers never intended for us to see it.
Stoink, Tavi, you make your way towards the wall, and I'll say... Oh yeah, you both have shit perception. I think Stonk has a better perception than Tavi.
Barely.
Barely. And yeah, I'll say, so as you kind of like march your way over to the wall, you notice Tiril, which you at that moment would connect the dots. Sitting on like one of the watchtowers, just kind of like staring out into nothing.
Probably like looking scared.
Yeah. You guys begin to climb up there. Do you like say Tiril's name, or are you gonna sneak up behind Tiril?
I was going to just shout out from the bottom of the wall.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tiril,
Whip around.
Like you whip around and like your braid does that thing where it just like smacks you in the face.
we have a problem. You'd better get down here.
Yeah. I'll go down.
We just
Um,
received a death threat from a lemming.
Oh, you're not there yet. You're like a couple seconds behind them
Yeah, I'll probably just relay,
because you
More
stayed
or
behind
less
for
what
what
I
Svend
heard.
was saying.
but I will not mention the vision yet.
Okay.
But I'll mention, here's the lemming.
And as he's
Showed up.
explaining this, like you're trudging your way through snow, and then you show up.
I show up to see a beheaded lemming.
Oh shit.
What?
You idiot.
Made a wish to
My wish was
Ingvald.
granted.
She's
Mocha.
lost in Tyler's room again. Hold on. Mocha!
Mocha.
Oh, she's found her way out.
Why does she keep running in there getting lost?
She wants to go say hi to me.
She has dementia.
Yeah, she is kitty. She is kitty Alzheimer's. Alright. So, back to
Yeah.
this though.
What?
Well, from your message,
Mhm.
it's obvious that Ihminen do have freedom, and they're using that freedom as they wish now.
So, we don't have to worry about Braybar, but we do now have to worry about the entire Ihminen Empire.
Do we know if this message was sent to us specifically? Like, we are the current target, or if this was sent to every Nordian stronghold in the world We're coming for you.
I
You
think
have
it
no
was
idea.
specifically targeted at this place because, one, it just walked right into Gunnar's
One, they're the
place,
closest.
and two, that I had the vision of them looking at the city from the outside. So they are here.
To kill us in particular.
And the Ihminen are the closest to Beruvik.
Well,
Are they
we might have to read that
Hilda's Ihminen? Or
They're
are
not.
they...
Most likely they're not on Hilda's side. They are probably just a third party
Third party.
that hates the Avnordians and sees the weakness and want to capitalize on it by wiping both sides out.
So they want to conquer the city so they have walls to kill Hilda.
No, they want to kill everyone in the city and also kill all of Hilda's army. They're probably going to wait until the siege actually begins, and then they'll just wipe out everyone who
God,
survives.
we're gonna have to negotiate with Hilda.
No,
No.
we're not.
We're gonna have to
That's not what
negotiate
that
with
means.
that with the
Okay.
Ihminen.
Yeah, I would say, like, I'd rather you
Oh.
not just kill
Hey, Hilda.
my people
Hey, Hilda.
and side with Hilda instead. I
Yeah,
think
that was a bit of a
I
jump
might
there.
Sorry.
Kind of
I went the
mask
wrong way.
off there.
Hey, Hilda, we have this friend, and then she went for the death of all Avnordians. We're still friends, but can you help us kill her people?
Yeah, we'll get back to our siege later. Yeah,
Right.
no.
I went the wrong way with that, I'm sorry.
Was this is an odd question. Was there someone else on the wall with you,
Ingvald.
Ingvald?
He was telling me about my wish.
Speak up a little bit. The mic's all the
He
way over
was
here.
telling me about my wish.
Yeah. And Josh would be like, "Ah, yes, barrel-chested man. Makes sense."
Yep. No, makes sense now.
What did he say exactly?
That he was figuring out how to give me my wish. And the way that he's done so is by giving them more support.
What if we
In what
sacrifice a bunch of catnip to
Ahma.
Ahma?
I think Josh is just the chosen one today.
Okay, now he gets inspiration.
I've already had it.
Yeah,
I haven't been able to use it.
This is the third inspiration point of the day.
Ingvald gave the Ihminen access to Ahma.
Now
Support.
I have inspiration.
Yes.
Well, that does change a lot.
He tried to assure me that the two wishes of yours and mine would not collide, but it appears that that's going to happen.
You could tell him that and see what he does.
I tried to assume that, but I don't think he...
What would he do?
Yeah, I don't know. What would he do?
Let's tell him. Who needs agency when you can just say shit and see what happens?
Oh shit, what was it? It wasn't a weevil. What the fuck was it? Lemming.
Lemming.
Sorry.
Weevil?
The Pokemon?
The Pokemon.
Weevil's
Very
not a
different kind of
Pokemon.
creature.
Yeah.
Isn't
Weevil
it
is a
Weevil's
type
a
of...
bug.
It's a beetle.
Yeah,
It's just a
It was
normal...
just completely wrong for what I was going
It's
for.
just a normal beetle.
I was like, it's still
That-
Pokemon though.
That terrorized
No, what's
cell
the
for a
little?
bit.
What's like the rat
Yes.
Pokemon that's in the big starter areas?
Rattata.
Rattata, yeah.
Rattata?
Rattata came in. All right.
Not
When we received the message from the Lemming, I had a vision. Someone was watching outside of the walls. And they were watching you and Ingvald. And all I could feel, apparently I could feel from this vision, was anger. Whether that was directed at Ingvald, or at the walls, or at you, I don't know.
All three.
Or all three.
I know I can assume what it was, but should I still do insight to like see if Tiril knows what that-
Tiril, you look at his eye patch and you're just like, yeah, that fucking checks out. You don't need
okay.
need to do anything. Unless you don't believe him and you want to insight check him. But
No, I believe him. Or like that's productive, I feel like.
Well,
No, shit.
this is your wish. How are you going to deal with it?
Got a little good monkey's paw.
I will state that facing off against not only Hilda's armies, but an army of druids and Ahma, we don't stand a chance. Even with Ingvald here.
We'll have to try to negotiate. We'll have to try something.
You had better.
Do you have a way to contact the Ihminen? Somehow?
Do I? No.
I mean,
Yes.
Yeah, because I could use the...
you could use divination to contact so technically divination, you don't all, because Ahma doesn't really have a language, you would most likely contact a archdruid that is very close to her or can speak for her.
Mhm.
So, yes, you could.
Yeah.
So you need 50 GP worth of sacrifices
Yeah.
to talk to her.
I don't have anything on. She's
Well,
Tiril,
we all
give
know
all
that Gunnar
the
has money to
Tubby,
spare.
and it's not worth that anyway.
Gunner's broke.
We have money.
We've established this.
Gunnar owes people money.
No.
Well, Odell's not broke. Odell, you got $50 worth of sacrifices?
You can go and talk to him about it.
Probably would be the best option.
I think I should
So you
also...
guys, like, set up a negotiation or be like, hey, yeah, I'm protecting this town right now.
I should mention, I think Svend took something from that message himself. I don't know what he intends to do about it, but he tends to do something.
I'll talk to Svend. You deal with your people.
Tiril, you would know that Svend was and has been the person who was in charge of the negotiations with your people in from Beruvik. So, yeah, take that as you will.
And was he a dick?
He's the reason it happened.
Okay, cool.
So he has a way to contact your people that doesn't cost 50 gold.
That's not what that
It's called
means.
a gun.
Bang!
No more druids.
So you gotta go stop Sven from committing war crimes.
Shouldn't we...
I'll
Tell
deal
the-
with Sven. You
Shouldn't we
contact your
tell
people.
more people first about this and
We should
not
go
leave people in the dark?
Tell Odell? Should we tell
Yeah.
Odell?
I would tell Odell.
Probably should tell Odell.
Because this affects the whole of our war plans. Like,
I
it affects
would-
everything.
I would say.
Who wants to tell my grandma?
I would say this is a little different. I think if you can make some headway in your negotiations, then we might not have to, be completely open about this. Because if we, at the very last few days before the siege, come out and say, "Hey, just to let you know, we're also going to be fighting the Ihminen Empire," that's just going to crumble everything.
You're just
no
called
one,
the Ihminen. They're not an empire.
Sorry,
Yes.
Ihminen.
Yes.
To be fair, we wouldn't be saying this to everybody. We say it to the war council.
I'm saying it's good to say that to Odell because that is, important. He should know about it. But I'm saying don't tell everyone.
Also, don't tell my family till we know what we want to do with it.
Maybe we
Just
should
don't
tell
tell your
Stinging
family,
Goal and
period.
keep their mouths shut.
Oh, God.
At some point, you guys
Ingeborg
should
would just make more bombs.
At some point, do you guys hear the first guy that just got the arrow through the knee?
Yeah, as we're walking back from town, do we see someone limping through the streets?
As you walk through the town, you notice Slanei and Rick are just dragging someone's body through. They give you a little salute, and you guys you all see each other later.
Wait a second. Are they going to spend? So you
Yeah, we're
three...
going to spend.
Wait, you two can be with Sven while Stonk
All
talks
right,
to
this
Sven.
is how we wrap it up. Then you guys are. You guys gave it to a guard. You're not.
Well, we then went to spend with
They
the
went
guard
to
coming
Sven,
with
yeah.
They wanted a guard to drag the body.
Yeah.
So you guys go back to Gunnar's estate, and at this point, you notice, Rickard and Slanei there with a guard who has a body over his shoulder, and they look awfully triumphant. You follow them in, and you eventually go to talk to Svend, who is, just currently making plans and stuff. And I'm assuming you guys go first then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and tell him your plea.
Sven, we figured it out.
Did you know?
Yes.
There
The
is
entire conspiracy.
there
Figured
is
it out.
definitely a portion of simply desperate people that are just getting food, but there is also a more organized ring of people. This individual here was the one we caught. He got the names of we got
You
his names.
give the names,
Yeah, I give the names. And
They're dressing up as guards.
They're dressing as guards.
Yes.
Poorly.
Worst imitation of guards I've ever seen.
He says, like, I will inform the other guards of impersonators, and anybody who is deemed to be one will be questioned from now on. Thank you for, your assistance. You guys did a good job.
Side quest completed.
Woo!
Do they level
Did we level up?
Only they level up.
Woo!
And then
Dance
those guys are just like,
macabre.
we did a good job, like, high five, and then they walk out of the room and you guys walk in.
How depressed does everyone seem as we are walking past them?
Have you gotten your tasks done?
I still need to talk to Ingvald about mine, but I'm not here about those. I'm here because, well, you were there in the...
Lemming.
Called the lemming.
Fucking hell. I thought of the weevil again. I thought of it.
You can just call it a weevil, it's fine.
You were there when the lemming gave its message. What'd you take away from it?
Is Tiril here?
Intense eye contact.
Tiril's here.
Yes, Tiril's here.
He will lean back and say, I have dealt with the Ihminen before. I do not have any worries that I'll be able to do so again.
Insight check, someone?
I think
Yeah.
Tiril should probably
Yeah.
that.
Am I even there?
I want to do these
Yeah,
insight
you're there.
checks, but I have a negative
You
one.
do.
I
with
also
them.
have
I will-
insight checks.
I will
As long
see.
as have some
I want to know,
for me.
is this diplomatic or is he gonna threaten extraordinary violence?
Can I give Tiril advantage on insight? I don't know if that's...
Yeah, but that's normally
It's
something
okay,
you have
I
to
have
state
15.
before,
It's
before
okay,
she
I have
rolls.
14.
Fair enough.
14?
15.
15. Alright, with a 14, you don't really know enough about politics to put it together, but you note that when he says dealing with, it's fair, he's like, it's like he's talking about rats. He's gonna deal with them. Tiril, yeah, you get it. You know his deal. This guy was notoriously a bit of a bitch. He had the tendency of, like, being like, why, like, can't you understand our ways? Our ways are right. Your guys' stuff is bullshit. Why can't you just, like, cooperate?
So
That's kind of, like, the vibe.
Can
he
Do
I
has
we-
the whole
scoff
time.
at him?
Yeah, and he just, his eyes, like, go over you.
do we need to remove Svend from office?
Yes.
See how that goes.
Is he the next person that we have to...
Or at least
Alright.
for negotiations, he can deal with all that thievery and stuff going on. I don't think he should be negotiating.
And how exactly do you intend to deal with it?
It depends. We'll probably have to focus more scouts to the south instead of to the west now. We put a majority of our resources and men on the western front thinking that, well, it would be Hilda who we'd have to deal with, but guess we're going to have to split some of our resources and take a look south as well.
We do not have the resources to split.
And that hardly solves the problem. That's just patrolling. How do you plan to deal with it? How do you negotiate with them?
It depends on what they bring. I don't know if they plan on... I don't know if they plan on sabotaging the place. I don't know if they plan on charging the wall. All we know is that they're here. And we just have to keep an eye out for them.
I won't.
Do you think this is an empty threat, then?
No,
Okay.
they don't speak unless they mean it.
So when he says, I'll deal with it, he means he'll move 2 cards and not even slightly deal with it.
I'm just gonna... Fuck. Mocha, you are just a pain in the ass.
Salt surface.
Thank you. I don't know if that's gonna work. Oh, thank you.
It's like you could roll it in the hands.
I want to do an insight check.
Okay.
Just basically around... I don't think he's telling the full truth on what his plans are.
Is he hiding something?
12.
He's absolutely, I'll say, you pick up he's not giving you the full truth. I'll say with insight, though, you're also able to pick up he's angry at you guys.
What we do?
I told you earlier!
Many things.
We didn't promote him, we chose someone else.
Oh, I see now. This is his like
Petty revenge.
This is his petty revenge. You know,
You didn't
I'll
pick.
prove myself as
You
the
didn't-
actual leader by doing this myself. I don't need your help since you were behind my back and promoted Odell.
Can we knock him out and just?
Just get rid of him.
In that case, Tiril, you're in charge now.
We keep on destroying the chain of...
Lauren, just out of curiosity,
So
if
you take
Sven
the
were to
city.
die of fantasy cancer tomorrow morning, who would take his spot? Do we know?
They're all like fucking dead at the minute.
Thyra.
Yeah, probably Thyra.
I like Violet. Let's do it. Who would take Thyra's spot? Wait,
You may like Thyra as a character, but do you like her as a leader?
No.
I feel like she'd be slightly better with the Ihminen.
I
Slightly.
mean, she's soon to be
No.
replaced with that. She gets promoted. She's
She
gonna
shows
get replaced.
kindness to individuals, not groups.
Here's what we do. You get promoted to Archdruid. She gets promoted to Law Speaker. She has an accident. You get promoted to Law Speaker.
You know nothing about the laws here.
Eventually, Odell steps down. You kill Gunnar, and now you're the leader.
I can't be a leader of an Avnordian town.
This
Well,
think
but-
of-
Neither can Stonk. Theoretically.
But consider, if you become the leader of the Abnordian town, you could just invite the Ihminen in, and then you have a settlement for the Ihminen up here.
Wow.
They already
I
have-
think
Only
that
I
would
was
go
evil.
They
terrible.
literally already have a home. I feel like people have forgotten that.
Don't you guys want to move?
Don't you want to be in a city?
Yeah.
With walls?
I know you guys said you love those walls.
So he's hiding something from us.
Uh-huh.
Is it just? Do we get the sense of it's information, or is like he has a plan that he will do beyond guards?
He's not telling you because he doesn't trust you.
But then he also doesn't know the actual like power that we have a nuke now. You know, he
Yeah.
doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that.
He's only ever dealt with individual.
Oh,
Ihminen.
fuck. You know what we should tell him? Ahma is on their side. Oh my god, tell him that they have Ahma now.
But he's gonna freak out. He's gonna freak out, and then he's gonna tell someone.
But
and then
he is going into this assuming
He's
that
gonna.
he has
he's
control.
gonna. He's gonna
He's
get.
gonna freak out.
Here's what's gonna happen.
He's gonna freak
Wait.
out when he goes into it thinking he has the high hand, and then they pull a fucking
But they
no
pull-
you on him.
Here's what's gonna.
Wild animal god.
We also have a
That's a
god.
good. If someone
Here's-
do that, go for it.
Here's what would happen. He's gonna get his
But I don't
megaphone
know,
out
Ahma.
and say,
Oh,
"Hey,
did you tell me
Ihminen, you're
Ahma
little
was-
bitches, and I have the high ground."
Okay, I just wanna
And then
make
you're gonna
sure.
throw
I
a
didn't
T-Rex at
wanna
us.
metagame that.
This is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
weirdest
When you
mix
asked, like,
of not
I was like,
metagame
oh,
and
he
metagame.
gives them
at the same
certain
time.
power,
Oh, yeah.
and then you were like, what? And I said, oh,
We're really good at
My
that.
memory's fucking bad.
Nice one.
Okay.
We metagame
The
to our...
fourth wall
All right,
is-
Stonk, do your
Okay,
thing.
let me point this out to him because this is a huge thing.
Okay, so Stonk's gonna do it?
Yeah.
So you're gonna do.
Svend, I understand that you have had dealings with the Ihminen in the past.
You actually wouldn't know that, I don't think.
But he just said that he had.
Oh, yeah, you're
Yeah,
right. I'm like, you wouldn't know that he did that. I'm like,
It's a bit of a
never
weird
mind.
thing to say when I just learned it,
Yeah.
but I'm just...
That's fine.
I
Don't
understand
worry
that you say you know these people.
about it. Yes.
And though I am not fully familiar on the very, I assume, intricate relationship between the Avnordians and the Ihminen, I do understand, however, that one of the huge bargaining chips you had was Ahma.
You see his eyes like kind of widen when you say that.
She's outside.
I think only me and Stonk know
No,
that.
he holds up and said, "What do you know about Ahma?"
What?
I know that
Wait,
she's no
Stonk,
longer
lift your
under
eye
control.
patch.
And then his eyes like furrow a little bit. He's like, "What do you mean?"
Now, do I say,
Stonk just.
I'm the person who did something wrong, or
No,
should I say...
I'm not worried that there's
Stonk-
also an Ihminen in the room finding
I-
out.
Stonk, you do the power move, of just raising your eye patch.
No, because he's not going to recognize. He's going to be like, Demon Eye!
No, he should know what that means, probably.
Oh, pink eye. Oh. Just point at Tiril, she did it.
Ooh, there's one of two ways I could do this. One is throwing Tiril under the bus.
I will say that from what you've said right now, like he's getting riled up. Like, what the fuck do you know?
Mm-hmm.
I've never been thrown under the bus before.
What's
Do you
option?
like it?
What's option?
Yeah, you were bullied into eating a frog. What do you mean?
What's
Peer pressure!
what's
That's different.
Stonk? What's option number 2?
Well, option number 2 is what you guys are recommending.
I don't know if
Knocking
that's a
him
good
out?
idea.
It's just not the best idea.
Or
What would
we'll
Stonk
consider
do?
option number 3. you know about the eye, and that is no longer in the Authority Empire's possession.
You wink
you
at
don't
him
need
through
to
the eye
reveal
patch.
where
Yeah,
got
you
your
don't need to
knowledge from.
reveal.
I'm aware that you had the Eye of Ahma and were using that as leverage over the Ihminen. I'm also aware that you no longer have control of that. Ahma no longer obeys you. She's returned to the Ihminen. That would be why they have sent this declaration. They are emboldened by it. You cannot go into a negotiation assuming you have the high ground.
He'll purse his lips and he's like narrowing his eyes at you, and then he makes eye contact with Tiril. Get out.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Damn. Anyone want to do a quick insight before we leave? One last one for the road?
Does
See if he's
this...
pissed or
Ooh,
angry?
natural
Or...
17.
17 plus 6.
You've psyched him the
23.
fuck out, and he's like, get out.
He needs
Oh.
to
You've
actually.
you have crossed your professional boundary, get out.
Okay.
I told you, don't do something suicidal. Get out. How dare you worry about the safety of my town?
Well, I will note, I'll say Tiril, with your knowledge, he took that a different way.
Like a threat.
Kind of. Well,
Or you're
Without-
no
without-
longer in power. So.
without revealing what Tiril knows that you guys do not, when he heard the Abnordian Empire no longer has the eye, you are no longer in control of Ahma. He took that a very different way than how you meant it to be. I can DM you exactly what, but...
I'm very curious.
Stonk, I think...
secrets.
Stonk, I think you fucked up.
Now,
No,
this is
think
why I play
didn't.
Slanei the way I play Slanei.
I think you should have shown him the eyeball. That would have made things infinitely worse, but a lot clearer.
Secrets are the best.
Secrets are what makes this game so enjoyable.
The only thing better than a secret is the right time to divulge it.
And the wrong time.
And the wrong time, that is true.
I think the wrong time... We got plenty of examples of wrong and right times.
In just this campaign alone.
Me just telling,
I forgot that, yeah.
Does that make sense now? Yeah.
Baylor.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
just complete wrong
Tiril,
time.
how fucked are we?
So,
I'll say his emotion is he's psyched out.
Yeah.
He's, what-oh.
Before I leave, I will leave with one last comment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
of course.
Have
Um,
the last word.
We're already fighting a war on one front. We don't want to fight another one. Don't fuck this up, Svend.
I won't.
Then I'll leave.
For the rest of the night,
This is his chance to prove he's a good leader. If he can, negotiate something without
He's a dead.
killing us all.
you are all free for the rest of the night. Do you all get some mead? Do you rest? What
I
do you
want
do?
to talk to Elric
Okay.
Oh, okay.
about me and Tavi over here, so I can probably bring Tavi over.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly all the details.
Yeah, what was the terms? Who was missing a wife?
Ingvald.
Ingvald.
Oh,
His wife has disappeared.
I think I
He's
misheard the
lonely.
name.
He needs
I
a
think I
new
misheard the
woman.
name.
They
I
said
genuinely
the
think
Maistari, which is an Ingvald the Maistari.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ingvald the Master, yeah.
we weren't clicking that meant
Yeah.
Ingvald.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Ingvald.
God's lonely. He needs a new woman. Ooh, maybe you should do that. That's your job now. Your responsibility.
Go fuck him!
Go fuck
I'll
your
relay
dog.
that.
Do it in character. I want to see
Oh,
how
fuck,
Elric reacts to this.
And what are you wanting from me from this?
I don't know. I feel like it's your family. You should know. Me and
I just
Tavi
think it's, your
overheard
responsibility
a conversation with
who you fuck.
your
Who they
family
fuck.
about Ingvald's recently missing wife. I thought you should know about it.
Then do you tell me what they said?
Just happens.
You see him sit there, and the gears are slowly turning as he looks on in horror.
Shit, that's what I missed. Are you kidding me? They said some stuff I couldn't understand.
Yeah, there's
as well,
nothing
but
else, Tommy. Don't worry about it.
Nothing else happened.
I'm not gay. Nobody talk. What?
Just because when things come to my family, I am very particular about what people are doing. Can I insight nothing else happens?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go for it.
I'll say you guys also mentioned the names. This was Idun talking to Ingeborg for.
23.
Can I also do insight
She
just
did
for
something that
shits?
was deeply embarrassing, and she's overthinking it.
Okay, so
she has a
you're
lot
not-
on her mind.
You're not keeping secrets that are important from me. That's all I care about.
I don't want to embarrass myself.
You farted on the way out. Got it.
Yeah, like you don't know. Like, did the family see her? You know, did you don't know what it is, but
You could certainly ask the family. Saw her.
no immediate danger.
Yeah, ask the family what they saw.
In my family, well, choices for partners are quite limited. So you do not get to choose. The matriarch chooses for you.
Chooses for a god.
And Ingvald, well, I don't think she's ever jumped that high before. But this is not the first time she has chosen for Ingeborg. And I do not think even once she has chosen someone Ingeborg would have. And he looks like, yeah, this tracks, and also, oof. I don't like them, either of them, but ooh, this is kind of sad. That's just, oof. He doesn't seem like this is gonna fuck shit up. It's just, this is just sad.
Gross.
This is ew. That's a no from me.
As you all are getting your food, drinking your meat,
A very tasteless food.
having a good time, Tavi,
It's the mid there. Sorry.
a guard approaches you and hands you a letter.
Oh.
It says in fancy lettering, Tabi.
Is he purposely misspelling it?
He's just a dick. He just doesn't remember
Do
your
I
names.
see the layer?
Yeah, you know.
It's from Ingvald.
Is it the same handwriting? that she has?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tyrell knows.
I guess I'll open it.
Good luck, Tommy.
I already got my thing. I don't know what he wants from me.
Meet me at the guest residence. I have something I would like to ask of you.
Oh, God wants a favor from
I
you.
don't like this. He already turned me into a woman once.
Not again!
She's a woman.
The gender dysphoria was too much. I've had nightmares about having boobas. They hurt. Alright. So, do you go?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you go alone?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you tell anyone you're going?
Well, I already know.
Yeah, Tiril probably read the letter. I'm not telling anybody else on this go.
Alright. You walk over, and you're eventually directed towards where Dagfinn stayed. It's the same home. Knock on the door.
Sure.
As you knock, you're just about to go in for your second little knock. The door opens, and you are shockingly met with eyes that you didn't expect. Ingeborg opens the door.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
You two make eye contact, and it's immediately ooh, no. And she just kind of walks out the door.
To be fair, Tavi ran away, so
Tavi doesn't know.
Ta-
Well, I mean,
Tavi knows, but
she does not.
Ingeborg does not know that Tavi was around when that conversation happened.
Yeah, but as that happens, I'll say, just for cinematic reasons, a similar level of shock and embarrassment that Tiril had
Is
in that moment.
Is Boob going back?
Yeah,
No.
she as she walks by, she fixes up her hair and she just kind of tries to ignore you, but is very obviously a little distraught by being seen in a slightly unkept state. Tavi! You hear from inside the door. Is that you?
Yeah.
Good to see you. Come inside. Come inside.
I come in.
You come in?
I don't quite close the door all the way.
He is sitting around the fire right now, just kind of wearing a robe, just completely open chested, just probably dick out again, who knows. He's just a fun dude. So, he's just, he goes, he's I know you're busy, so I won't keep you from your duties too long, but I do have a favor to ask of you, right? You worship my brother, correct?
Yeah, right?
Tell me about that. And he leans back a little bit.
Oh, I half-assed Tommy's backstory.
Spread the
so
good
much.
news.
What is my good news?
Thor will come
Oh, wait,
again.
doesn't Odell worship Thor?
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, I don't think it's paladin anymore. Do I, like, finish my training and then become paladin of whoever?
It's a gradual thing.
Yeah.
Like, people aren't going to say Tavi the paladin. They're going to be like, Tavi the warrior, the fighter of Thor. You know?
Okay. Was this just, like, a thing that, like, I just waltzed into eventually, or, like...
It was something you acquired over time.
Okay.
Like, with your worship, you gained some magical powers, you know, that sort of thing.
Okay.
It was gradual.
Gotcha. Well, since I was growing up in Galethorpe with Odell as my main teacher, I just started following his ways of worship.
So, you've worshipped Thor since you were a little small child? And that's been, what, 40, 50 years?
Like, 10?
60? Oh. Sometimes I forget how young humans are. Sorry about that. You see, I've been, meaning to talk to him for a while. My brother. Since the wedding. He's been a bit of a bastard recently, a little bit more than usual, and perhaps he'd be more inclined to talk to me through someone. Someone he could trust, say, a mighty warrior devoted to his word.
I really gotta stroke my dick like that.
His dick is out.
69 Ingvald, 69 Ingvald.
I mean, I guess I don't see why not. Could I ask what this is about?
Oh, don't worry. It doesn't have to be today. I'm sure everyone has many questions for Thor at the minute, but personally, well, he hasn't really spoken to me since the incident at the wedding, and I have some personal matters that I wish to speak to him about before the battle here.
Alright. Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you! And before you even are just like, yeah, I can do it. He's like, thank you! Oh, that's so good. And he stands up and he, pats you on the back. He's just like, thank you,
Tommy,
thank you.
You just made a promise to God.
And then he'll pat you on the back and he'll kind of, gesture you towards the door and just...
Your name right eventually.
Yeah.
He gestures you towards the door a little bit and pushes you a little bit towards the door and just kind of goes to, thank you, we'll see if we can arrange something tomorrow or the day after, but I will warn you. It does take a little bit of a toll, and, well, I just want you to know that last time... Well, do you remember the cat? The black cat from the wedding from,
Oscar.
Oh.
from the tournament?
Yeah, I guess I remember him. What?
She tried to do that during the tournament. He didn't last long though.
Cool.
It's fine. You're a proper paladin.
But we'll do it in a more sanitary way compared to whatever the cat did. But I'll see you soon. Thank you. And you notice that as he says thank you and leads you out the door, he bows his head a little bit at you, and you're just kind of like, ooh, he's balding. you have a gremlin child instinct to throw ham at it.
I was like, ooh, he's showing me respect? Damn, no, bald.
Yep. And you're eventually, pushed out the door, and the door is closed on you.
I'm just gonna wander back to the meat hall then. Assuming festivities.
He's waddling over there.
Yeah, just... Oh boy, I hope I don't die tomorrow.
Boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna walk into the siege with 3 points of exhaustion and Lauren laughing.
Is there anything else you guys would like to speak of at the mead hall while you're drinking and having a good time before we wrap up our session.
I'm
I
gonna
have a
give-
crisis gay conversation with you.
Huh?
I could have a crisis gay conversation with you if you want.
Do it.
I was going to say, before you do that, we should probably let these two know what we did here.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
that's
did not tell
pretty
them about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I was about to say-
we just had a normal day.
You guys just had a fucking good day.
We
You
had a
beat
good
the shit
time.
out of people together.
we
You
did
realized
play-
you were good partners in
We
crime.
did play charades for like 2 hours during that, like the last 2
Oh,
hours.
yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, God.
Oh, she's burying her face.
She loves you so much, Josh.
I wish I could get more inspiration from the Smoka.
Oh,
You
speaking
still haven't
of which,
used
I
the
need to
one
mark
you
down
got.
the fact that Mocha went onto my lap earlier.
You know, she did went on to your lap without prompting, so that is
Inspiration. Oh.
the site.
I clicked inspiration and it crashed.
Nice. No inspiration for you, that's what it says.
Oh.
Damn.
L.
So go ahead and explain. Because they're just vibing right now. The rest of you are shook.
Job well done.
Honestly, we deserve cheers.
I still haven't sold the Ingvald
Before we
thing.
continue, before you leave, Ingvald will mention, like, oh yeah, like, the ceremony for my arrival is going to be, like, tomorrow and stuff. Like, he's just been spending the past few days resting from, the tournament and whatever he fucked off to do prior.
He had to settle all the
It
wishes.
was a long walk from all the way up there down here. He's tired.
Did he look like he solved how to save people's souls yet?
I don't know, you have to ask. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, so Rickard and Slanei are just over on like the side of the table, like, yeah, we did a great job today.
The only thing keeping us from doing a gruesome murder is morale.
Mhm.
Now we just hurt people
Well, I'm
For their benefit.
for their benefit.
glad you didn't kill everyone. We have some other news to discuss, though. Another message arrived, this time from the Ihminen. And it would appear that Tiril's wish has come true.
Oh, good for you!
Yeah.
They threatened the town, and they seem keen to wipe out the Avnordian Empire.
Completely.
Oh.
Understandable.
What exactly did you wish for again, Tiril?
Freedom.
Freedom means you have the freedom to commit war crimes.
Scotland forever!
That's what you gotta say as you charge.
Yeah.
Scotland forever.
Ihminen forever.
We really
just
should
gotta
have
learn
had
some
somebody write these wishes in advance.
We should have hired a lawyer to look him over.
Make sure everything was legally sound.
Lots
The
of
way Ingvald gave freedom was through significant power. And so he gave the Ihminen power through Ahma. So she's
The same person who stonks.
oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So what are we doing about this?
I'll probably sweep. Sven wants to, but I don't think he's gonna do a good job.
I warned Svend that, well, he was going to go into that discussion, most likely using the Ahma eye as a bargaining chip like he did previously, but he doesn't have it. And now Ahma is with them, so he doesn't really have any cards to play as far as I know. Perhaps he does, and he finds a solution.
Someone does have the eye, though.
Like Jangle stomp
Tiril
like
not gonna
keys
say
in
that,
front of
but,
a
you know,
baby.
I'm
Come here, come get it.
songs like,
you
I
probably
have
read
the
Tiril's
eyes,
face
Sven.
enough
You
to know
can't
what
do
she's
shit.
thinking.
And he says bet and pulls out a knife.
You could use that as a negotiation tool also.
I
You
think
just
that
use your pretty face.
I think that just make her angrier.
But she's in the power, like, the Ihminen are controlling her now. Or at least partially.
Stonk, if they have half control, maybe you have half control. Try to control your body now. Just think real hard.
You could ask them to fight with us by using the eye.
As a promise to give back.
Yeah, and then if you promise, because we're already fighting against the Avnordian Empire, so technically, shouldn't we be on their side?
As you say that, some guards begin to stir. One of the stake traps exploded near the south wall. Soldiers report hearing the explosion through the wind. Everyone is beginning to travel towards that southern wall. And, oh, what's this? What's this about the siege starting? Is this what I call a level up?
Oh.
Yes, it is!
Finally!
It only took how many sessions, Lauren?
I was holding it out to this point. Don't worry.
Fucking
I'm
cock
so
block.
happy.
You were blue ballsing all of us.
Yeah.
Hey, Mocha, I need to get up and roll my dice.
All right. So while we're doing this, let's get some mead. While we're leveling up, let's all try some of this mead that Chris got us. So before you guys, before you guys roll, don't roll quite yet.
Oh.
It's okay. You can keep what you just rolled.
Yay.
I won't roll then.
I just don't know how to open this.
Oh, it's a twist off.
It is?
You literally just grab the top and twist it off.
Thank you, Ed.
It wasn't even that twist off. It was just a normal one.
It's just a normal cap twist off. So that way you can
Alright,
recap it later.
I don't know how much.
So go
everyone should
into
get because I went
Oh,
over.
yeah, you just do that.
And then what do I need?
manage.
Oh, you
Manage?
got what you want.
Manage
So that's
HP.
what I want.
What level are we
We're
9.
leveling up to 9
Okay.
communal.
Because of
What
course,
are
right?
the
So, Carrie,
Yes.
and Kelly, you guys got to roll. I'll update your profiles for you if
Okay.
you want,
How do we
just
roll
to
again?
avoid confusion.
So everyone has a hit dice, so for you, it's a D10. For you, it should be a D8. I think.
Yep.
Yep.
So
So
D8,
you'll roll a D10, you'll roll a
D8,
D8,
D10,
and you will-
D8. Well, it
Yeah,
depends on.
No, I have to
Are you
take the
doing ranger?
cleric level.
Okay.
Even though I want to take the ranger level, because cleric level gives me access to 4th level spells
Yeah, and
now.
you need that.
And I need 4th level spells for this.
So if you roll D12, you roll D8. I'm assuming you're doing cleric or are you doing sorcerer?
Sorcerer.
Sorcerer, so then D6, and then
Cleric gives
you
me
roll another
nothing.
D8. Okay.
I will never take another cleric
again?
level.
I always roll
I-
shit.
Taking. Oh
How
my
much
god,
do you
Slanei has a lot of
You want to
HP
get
now.
I'm worried.
I'm also worried. I always roll shit on the
Because
HP.
I've rolled so well today.
Oh wait.
So now we're all gonna roll shit.
Class
Yeah.
features. Did
I
get
rolled a
anything
nat
with
20. I was quite
Well,
proud of
you can
myself.
re-roll ones. Well, you can only re-roll the first,
If you reroll.
HP roll you get. If you get a 1, you can re-roll it. If you get another 1, then you kind of have to take it. But if you get a 2, then
Is
that
there anyone
sucks.
here who
but
does
that's...
not want it?
I'm
I'll
good.
do like a little baby bit, but don't give
Okay,
me a full
sounds
sword.
good.
How many times
Oh my god.
We just roll it once.
Oh, I forgot that I have access to a lot of fun spells now.
How many times did I roll it?
Just once.
Just once.
Uh,
This is just for one level
yeah.
up.
What'd you get?
6.
Alright.
Pretty good.
7!
Woo!
God, I actually have to think about my spells for this.
What'd you get?
I haven't rolled yet. We're not supposed to roll yet.
Well, I'm waiting.
I did say that.
I had already
Well,
rolled mine,
it's-
so.
So I say this one's yours.
Nine.
I'm using the most
Gain
powerful
nothing
dice
at
of
level
all.
one.
Wait, I can
Tiny
take
D6.
druid. Wait, why is there divination then divination
Kelly?
parentheses
Yeah.
druid?
Oh, thank you.
I don't know if you want less at all, but
I'll give it to Carrie.
Oh no, I'm just talking to myself.
I don't understand. Why is there both divination regular and divination parentheses druid?
Because druids.
oh, that's because they originally don't get the spell, but I gave it to Tiril because it fits Tiril's shit.
I have no
Like I
idea.
just basically removed the class restriction for that.
I have no idea how good this is gonna be. So
None of us do, but we want to try it because
Alright,
it's
so
mead.
before we level up here,
Everyone take a
I
sip
have
before
a
you go.
tiny little sip. I don't know if this is enough to get me drunk. I don't know the alcohol content. I've never drank before.
11%.
Goodbye.
Nah, Lauren will be fine.
That's okay.
No.
I was expecting it to sting more. That wasn't half bad.
It is.
That was actually
mead.
pretty
Very
good.
It is meat. It's
Yeah,
made
that's
of- it's
sweeter than I expected.
It's very honey.
Yeah.
very.
That's kind of the point. All right,
Honey
everybody roll. Let's we'll go around and do everyone. So let's do Stonk first because he's the protagonist.
It's true, and you know it.
You're not the good guy, but you are the protagonist.
4.
4. Ooh,
Yeah,
that's not
yeah.
the best. Okay,
Well,
Slanei, what did
I'm
you roll?
fine with that.
I rolled a 5.
5.
But
for
wait.
Slanei.
Before we go any further, we
Okay.
must acknowledge we're now over 100 HP over here.
I have 73 HP total now.
All right. So you then Tiril, what'd you roll?
6.
6. That's good. Tavi 7. All right. Elric.
102 HP.
Can I reroll ones?
Yes, you reroll ones once.
4.
4. All right, and then Rickard.
3.
3. There you go.
Well, you know, middling.
I'm proud of
Lauren,
all
you
of
said
you.
you would update the HP.
Yeah, I'll do that. Just send in DMs what you rolled, and then I'll update it in a bit.
Okay.
Oh, Lauren,
Oh, God.
can we say I rolled a 5?
Oh.
Why?
Because then I'd have 69 HP.
Gamers! We have a +4 proficiency bonus now. That's actually probably the biggest change.
Hey, Josh, how would you like to not die?
Wait, so you both rolled 7s then?
Six,
Tiril rolled a 6, I
seven.
rolled a 7.
Okay, because Tiril sent me.
Oh, yeah, I
7.
did say 7. Sorry.
Yeah, could you? I'm gonna delete that.
How
Send
would
it
you like to
again.
not die,
Thanks.
Josh?
Death Ward?
6.
Oh.
New
On a barbarian, no
invocation,
less,
baby.
too.
All right. Thank
Almost
you all
pointless.
for your patience towards this, but while I will neither confirm nor deny whether or not there will be a fight with the Ihminen next session, I can confirm that combat will be coming soon. I know you guys want to fight shit so bad. So,
It's just Josh.
You gave me a fancy weapon.
yeah, now you
I
gotta use
I
it.
gotta use it.
Alright.
All I've done is saw a man's arm off.
Alright,
my few out of like combat utility things that came with
You
being
chopped
barbarian
a lemming in
is
half.
talking with animals, which I've never done, and beasts, which I will never do.
Hey, you did it once.
No.
Hey, you didn't do it.
Oh, I did it with the chicken.
Wait.
Oh, and
Years
Loki,
ago.
right?
No, I never did it with.
I'm pretty sure you did it with Loki.
yeah, he did do it with Loki once, and you were like, hey, where's everybody else? And Loki took you to them, remember? Because you were dying in the woods.
Oh,
outside Eldingheim.
Right.
Anyway,
That
so
was pretty useful.
let's wrap up our session today. Does anybody have some final thoughts or words for?
Kissed a woman. I kissed
I
do
did
you like
kiss
it?
Ingvald.
Did you kiss a girl
Yay.
and like it?
I kissed a girl and I liked it.
She kissed a girl.
liked it. The taste of.
That's a copyright strike.
Yeah, no, well, see, I stopped just before it would have become the copyright strike.
Cherry chapstick.
There might actually have been enough pause that we might not be copyrighted strike.
Girl, just try it.
And now we're copyright strike.
Thank you, Lauren. That
Thank
was
you.
brilliant.
Anyway,
Anyways, see you next week.
see you next week.
See you next week.
Stonk will fart.
Oh no.